of Worlds, published by Free League. And we will be having David being our once again mother for the adventure. Thank you again, David. And as you can see, we have all of the wonderful faces of Andromeda Adventures here today. Finally, we are reunited and assembled. So, hi everyone.
Good.
Nice to see you again. Brief announcement before we get started. For Andromeda Adventures, we do have a couple of games currently with a few openings. So if you are interested in joining either an ongoing version of the Endara campaign that you've been seeing on the stream, with a bit of a morally ambiguous group on Monday afternoons, or interested in playing Cyberpunk 2020 with David and James and I, or are interested in playing in the apocalyptic setting of the Endara setting, where the characters will rise to become the new gods of the world after the world was destroyed by the forces of the corruption, which you may be seeing early versions of in the current Endara campaign. Come check us out. You can see us at startplaying.games/GM/Andromeda. Once again, that's startplaying.games/GM/Andromeda, and link is in the chat. Other than that, I don't think we have any other announcements. Next week, we will be returning to Endara to pick up with the adventurers where we left off. Now, before we get started, Private Iona, mission sit rep.
Sorry, Captain. It's Sergeant.
Actually. Sergeant? Well, with that, it's going to be private soon if you keep that attitude up.
My apologies, Captain. Well, last time we had I had rendezvoused with the squad, and we had decided to go to the medical center because we had found out that 2 of our AWOL Marines had traveled there. So we left, made it there safely. Upon getting there, we found one of the Marines who was being helped by a doctor for some strange sickness condition. I'm not quite sure. And he had gone crazy and attacked the doctor, if I remember correctly. And our Private Hammer, our very own, had decided to disobey a direct order to not shoot. And it was a very tense moment as acid, for some reason, went everywhere. I missed a lot in the APC. I mean, I was just hanging out. Now we're fighting something. I have no clue what's going on. On the way out of the medical center, we found the other Marine. I can't remember their name. Captain, what was their name?
Are you referring to the survivor?
Yes.
The survivor's name was Lance Corporal Wright.
All right, that's what I thought. Lance Corporal Wright had shot at us with a marksman rifle and revealed herself and revealed what had happened to them, the 4 AWOL Marines. She has the same terrible sickness, disease, whatever it is. Chaplain's not too clear on what it is going on inside of her. But Chaplain was able to successfully cure, I believe, her of this disease. And she joined us in an attempt to clear her name, I think. I don't know. But
we're bringing her back home, Sergeant. We're bringing her back home.
So then we had spoken to Miss Eckford about some insurgents in the area at the oil fields, and we were to be getting reinforcements, I believe, not to help us with the fighting, but to help us with the aftermath. And upon entering this oil refinery, we had encountered said insurgents and dealt with them in a manner most effective. It was not a close fight. And I think we're picking up right there.
And with that, Mother, will you take the wheel?
I happily will. I will just add one detail. I'm adding it because it could be relevant. But Chaplain did not cure Wright. Remember, he had done the surgery,
Right.
and some of you had noticed that the chest burster was dead when he removed it.
He pulled out a thing that was already dead before he did it, so
Exactly.
he kind of made it.
And if you
Worse.
remember, Wright told you that she and the rest of her group were given some kind of serum that they were told would be a cure, but she didn't believe it.
Right.
Right. So, last session, after having successfully fought off the insurgents, Dante is sort of, who's been back up in sort of the next scene is now there, kind of like now the fight's over and has rejoined you, and you're all standing in the room with the dead insurgents and some men who are, when you look at them closely, it's clear that they are wearing proper armor and they're not insurgents. You recognize UPP military armor when you see it. So these are some actual members of the UPP military.
Oh,
Chaplain.
shit. These some pinko fucking commies here.
Yes, Captain.
Are you able to pull up any of the service records or have in your files the service records for these men?
The Marines do not keep service records for UPP military personnel. UPP member is the
communists. That's what I said. I
Sorry, got mixed up.
I sometimes say things that are smart.
As you
It's been a few weeks since I was
not intentionally, Dante, but I do.
Okay.
As you're standing over them, one of the radios suddenly crackles to life, and you can hear some communication.
Pick it up and put it to my ear.
Sure. It's in English, but one of the voices seems to have like a Russian accent. And they are talking, and they mention in the call, oh, comrade, you are doing very good work. Do you have the other one? Yes, we have the other one. She's at our compound with us. Oh, very, very good, very, very good. But they're not describing. You might be able to trace the signal.
Kind of put my hand over the mic. Chaplain, can you grab one of their radios and try tracing the signal?
On it, Captain.
I could keep them occupied. Like, take the time to trace the call.
I was gonna say I have a flawless
Hammer,
Russian accent.
You pick up one of the radios, and I pick up one of the radios, and we will try and have a conversation with them. Okay.
Okay.
We'll do our best Russian accent.
I do not think there is any way.
Chaplain,
Chaplain.
Make a contact roll.
Yep.
See if you can do this before they make fools of themselves.
That is 2 successes, if I read that right.
That is correct. So because you have an extra success, you can use it for an optional one if you wish. So if we look real quick.
Shut them up.
Yep. If you go to the character sheet, you go to the skills.
Yes.
The little gear, the
oh, there we go. Yes.
Comtech. You can get a +1
for a later use of the skill.
You don't need to roll overcome the exact same challenge in the future. So next time you want to trace a communication over the radio, you don't have to roll. You could do it really quickly. This is not a very long roll, so you may not want to do that. You get some unexpected information. Or hide your tracks, or you show off.
Yeah, because synths like to show off, actually.
Very, very appropriate for a synthetic.
Yes. He will gain new or unexpected information.
Sure. Well, you succeeded, and you managed to trace back the radio signal to a location on the western part of the city of Arearchus. And I'll show you where it is on the map when we get back to it. The other piece of information that you pick up is that when you trace the signal, you were able to notice that the receiver on the other end seems like pretty well shielded and detected. So your success managed to get past the shielding, but it implies to you that who's ever on the other end is well equipped.
Okay.
Is there any loot in this room here?
There actually is. Funny you should ask.
Look around.
I'll pass that information on to Captain.
There are 4 AK 40-47s, which is the UPP main gun in the room.
I would like to take one.
Is that all?
That is all. I didn't say there was a lot of loot. I just said there was loot.
Is the caliber of rounds something that you could? Are they
They're
interchangeable, or
not
are they just
interchangeable.
specific? Okay.
They're specific to that gun.
Does there
Take-
They do each have a clip. They
Nice.
don't. They don't have a reload.
Oh,
There's not
okay.
additional-
I'll take one.
We could strip them of their uniforms and take their weapons and pretend to be part of the
Don't-
UPP.
Just don't forget, the gun is likely heavier than ammo. So if you were somebody who maybe stocked up fully on your equipment before heading
Oh,
out,
right.
probably don't have the encumbrance to carry
Also,
a completely other
yeah,
gun.
Yeah, right. I'm sorry. Just
Chaplain,
You also have a
can you tie
Yes, Captain.
our comms into their
You do also have a
frequencies and set it up so that we can eavesdrop on them without being overheard?
I can also just talk to them. All I have to do is press the button here.
I mean, well,
I
yeah,
can-
We're all talking around these radios and nothing's getting through to them. I think we got to press one of them buttons to
Yes,
communicate.
don't.
That is how radios work.
Yes, please, please don't push the button.
I wasn't.
Why
I was
not?
saying I think we do have to. Like, we can listen in
Don't.
without being heard. Is what I'm saying.
Right.
Captain, get a hold of your squad.
It is correct that you
You
can
don't want to
listen on
press the
this
button.
radio
Yeah.
without having, and as long as you don't, press the button to speak into it, you're fine.
Yeah. I'd be worried about causing something traceable if I try to patch it into our own comms. I think we're best just carrying this radio with us, Captain.
Very well. Hand over.
I will shoulder this burden.
Captain Silva,
Yes.
your radio, your personal radio, sort of static, and it comes to life, and you hear Major Hatford on the other end. Captain, report, status update.
We are currently at the oil rig. We have located 3 of the 4 missing Marines. 2 are deceased. 1 has been recovered. The other is still AWOL, and we are tracking her to her final location. However, the situation does not seem to be as cut and dry as was initially made apparent. We have wiped out the insurgents at the oil rig and are currently planning to make our way west of the city, where we have located the primary UPP facility.
Do you expect it to be heavily armed?
We are expecting some levels of resistance, yes, sir.
Please define some. Do you have any indication that it might be heavily armed?
Yeah.
Do you think it's
Captain,
a
Captain,
particularly active site or no?
Captain. These people had.
If you do not know, that is also an okay response. Please just tell me what you know.
We have no clear indications as to their numbers. However, what we have identified is several individuals with full UPP equipment, armor, gear, and weapons. This is not and this would just be a small contingent left from a much larger force. I do anticipate resistance.
Captain, that facility was well equipped. They were using good EM shielding to mask their location.
We also just received a report from Chaplain that they have significant EM shielding, which implies that this is a well-established base here on the planet.
Understood. Please come back to Fort Nebraska where you head out to re-equip. I might be able to provide you some additional resources.
Awesome. That's all I was interested in.
And they
Confirmed.
give us mech suits.
Being loud and clear, we will report to Fort Nebraska on the double.
Maybe I can get an even bigger gun.
Okay.
However,
Have you
sir,
Yes.
I would like to request that a JAG officer be present
For the
Make sure.
for did you say who,
Yeah, well-
who you rescued? You still have it's alive? Did you
I
give
did
the
not
name?
confirm the identity yet.
But you did say you had one of them alive, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, of course, for the live prisoner. You want somebody from JAG though. We have very limited resources on the planet. I'm afraid we have no JAG personnel. We are purely doing an evacuation at this stage. We don't have a legal court present. Is there a particular
Then I
reason why you
request that
requested?
they remain in my custody until the resolution of this conflict.
Do you think you can keep an eye on them and watch them?
I do, sir.
Very well. We're limited with resources. Things are tough. They are welcome to stay with.
Thank you, sir.
Can you ask if they got any like painkillers or anything? Any medicine they can spare?
Oh yeah, like some Xanax or something.
Dante, they're going to be, Dante, they're going to be equipping us as soon as we arrive. So I'm sure you'll have a chance to visit the medic.
Okay.
I just hope we can get like a tank or an airborne transport. I've always wanted to fire a smart gun out of a moving vehicle in the air.
We could
Sounds
get
like
like
this
a
might be
Puma,
my
like
time.
a
All
Puma
right,
shaped
everyone,
car.
load up. We're finished here. Rails up, weapons up. I want wheels up in 5 minutes.
Wheels up.
I don't understand the wheels up.
Wheels up doesn't
Wheels
make
are-
sense on an APC.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Wheels,
The
the
should
wheels
be
stay on the
firmly
ground.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I know a lot of what I say seems very obvious, like you have to push the button to talk into the radio, but sometimes it seems like y'all really overthink this shit. You don't have to dismantle the radio to not talk into it. You just have
Fall in.
to. Right.
Yes, Captain.
Yes, Captain.
Cap.
Dante. Dante. You were asking about medical care. Is your character injured?
Mentally?
Mentally? Okay. No, but because I don't think anybody is physically injured. Correct?
Not
No.
Yeah.
I was gonna joke. Like, unfortunately, I don't think the army is all that concerned. Kind of shit, but
Do they have some gastronex or something?
they might just like dope you up. But that'd be kind of fun.
Yeah, that's all I need. I need some morphine in my system. Get rid of the pain.
I'm not sure they want to give you morphine right before you go into a live fire.
Hear me out though.
I
Hear
have
me out
tried
though. I
that.
pull up my grenade launcher. I shoot up some morphine and I run straight in screaming.
See, where is the Marine
Over.
captain?
Like, yeah, I was about to say. By the way, speaking of keeping an eye on Riot, where the fuck is she?
In the APC.
She's in the ABC. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, wait.
She's
but
taking
I
up Overwatch just outside, was watching our asses.
She was. Yeah. You
Oh,
set her
yeah,
up with
that's
it.
right. Yeah, that's right.
Just so you know, we haven't talked about recovering from injury, but you recover 1 health per turn. If you remember, a turn in this game is 5 to 10 minutes.
Yep.
Just FYI.
Yeah,
since we-
just gonna get everyone rounded up, loaded up,
Yep.
check ammunition.
You get everything together. Miss Expert and her team is outside. She goes, "What's going on? What's going on?"
Turns out that Wolchek is not here. She's been taken into a UNPP facility on the
Oh.
western side of the city. We're going to report to Fort Nebraska,
Okay.
and then we'll be heading over there, where your team will want to keep a clear distance, as this is a full facility. They're armed and ready, and we will call you in as soon as it is clear to help take the subject alive.
That sounds great. No, very much so. Leave the professional work to the professionals. Totally get it. For Wright, do you want us to watch her, or is she going to Fort Nebraska, impound?
She is coming with us.
Okay. Yeah. No. Sure. Yeah. Keep a close eye on her. Yeah. Okay. And yeah, don't forget, I have not forgotten our deal. I'm happy to help you. Help with Wright, but it sounds like your Major Hatfield is very, very willing to give her a chance.
Have you worked with him before?
I know everybody who works at Fort Nebraska or Wayland Utani. We know everything.
Well, that's
How many fingers am I holding up?
Oh yeah, you.
I'm going to pull her off to the side.
Sure.
Pull her off to the side.
Yeah. Yes, Captain.
So we have reason to believe that a particular agent that was administered to these soldiers to prevent infection does have some level of effectiveness. I would like to try and keep my Marines alive. I was wondering, is there any possibility of acquiring this at Fort Nebraska.
I know of the item
It'd be
you're
better field testing
describing.
for your research.
Yes. And you say it was effective on right.
That is my belief, yes.
Well, I mean, obviously we care a lot about her safety for her own sake, but any additional information we can gain for the effectiveness of such a treatment could be beneficial in all sorts of medical sort of applications.
Gives
So,
you guys more resources and research and keeps my Marines alive. I figure that's a win-win.
yeah, the only problem is that stuff is very limited and it's kept in a very secure location at Fort Nebraska, sublevel 3. I don't mind telling you. As such, we do not. I don't think I can help you there. I am sorry. It's
Understood.
very secure. But I mean, I'd have to talk to the colonel. I don't think he'd be particularly receptive to that. So I would suggest not. Yeah.
Thank you for your help.
Oh, of course. Yeah, I'm here to help in any way I can. Anybody else getting Paul Reiser vibes yet?
Yeah, no, I did just whisper to Dante on the side. I was like, oh shit, $5 says that Cap's information gonna right here dissected.
All right. So yeah, you guys.
if we come into a medical facility later in our journey and we see her mutilated corpse, I get to say I told you so. I call it.
All right. So yeah, she gets in her own vehicle. She'll follow. Do you want us to meet you near this insurgent compound, or
Yes, do not approach, and I'll give them the location.
Sure, we'll stay back maybe a mile or so. No worries. And she and her team heads out that way.
Well, we head to Fort Nebraska, and I'd like to pull Chaplain to the side.
Sure. Before you get in the vehicle, or like in the middle of the ride, or
yeah, before we get into the vehicle.
Yeah, so you're walking through these big, just to help set the scene, these big oil refineries. It's cold, it's snowy. I think I described last time there was even like a really bad storm that came across as you guys were driving, and so like it's now kind of past, but the aftermath is over. There's now like an extra like 3 or 4 inches of snow. It was a very heavy storm, and as you're walking through that crunching noise you get when you walk on snow, you know, your pair of footsteps going along, you get that icy smell, but it's mixed with that smell of metal and petroleum. So it's that cold metal has such a unique smell. It permeates the air, and it's starting to get dusky.
Chaplain.
Yes, Captain.
We both know that specimen inside Wright was dead when you pulled it out. Now, what I'm curious, the Wayland-Yutani folks can't give us any of their inoculant that likely caused this. But is there any way to synthesize some sort of treatment from Wright's blood sample that might be able to help us while we're at base so that we don't risk infection?
Do you know if I can take the specimen and her blood so that I can isolate the commonalities between the two? There's a reasonable chance that I might be able to do that, Captain.
Do it.
Okay.
And we'll head out.
Sure. So y'all begin driving through the snow. The journey back to base is relatively uneventful as you all begin to approach the base. So Fort Nebraska is a very heavily fortified base area. It's got gun emplacements on it, actually automated turrets that when things get locked down, fire at almost anything that moves.
Oh man, they're packed wall to wall in there.
That's right. And you know it's this large fort structure as you pull in. It's actually one of the sublevels. Like so, you go in, you go like down into like this one sublevel to get to where the garage area is. And Major Hatfield is standing there, waiting as you drive down.
I'm going to tell Chaplain to save as much of the sample as possible.
Yes,
Uh,
will do.
and step out. Order the Marines to fall in and salute.
All right. Do you have any additional details to report, or do you feel your previous report was sufficient?
I think they're heavily armed and armored, sir.
Noted.
Sir, we're dealing with some kind of bio plague that's infecting people, including Wojciech. Apparently, we have reason to believe that several people in the command branch deliberately exposed several Marines to this bio plague, but it is now in the population.
Do you say they deliberately exposed him?
That's the report. This is why I wanted to get an officer.
Clarify. You were not told that it was deliberate.
Right.
That's
said
what
it was.
Wright said.
No, Wright did not say that. Wright said that they were down there and they got exposed to it. That's all she said. And then she had these things on her face. Yeah.
I could have sworn that you said.
No,
so
it's
then I
more,
wouldn't
it's
have
more like it was
said.
because they were set to guard that area, and while they were guarding,
Then I would just say that several Marines were exposed to a biotoxin that is contained within Fort Nebraska. They were exposed to the civilian population. The civilian population has therefore been exposed.
I will take this up with the colonel as soon as we are done here, and see what he knows of this.
Particularly, we know that individuals at the hospital
Mhm.
and the bar, oil field, and give the list of like the places that the police office.
Unfortunately, Marines resources are strained, and we're doing what we can just to contain people. If your report did not indicate that you went to the starport, but if you had, you would have noticed that there are warehouses filled with people.
If you want my recommendation, sir, if I might speak freely,
You may.
if there are any civilian or military ships leaving this planet that have not passed quarantine, they should be shot down.
We already have orders to shoot down any leaving vessels, but duly noted. Yes. Based off of your report and your further report, I have determined that if you so need, your orders are to assault the insurgent compound and get watch account. Those are your orders. If you any other objectives, such as damaging the insurgents, that are purely secondary and are not your main focus. To help you on this, you may certainly go to the armory and reload on any ammunition, equipment that you may need. In addition, I can provide to you a Cheyenne dropship if your plans allow for it. Have you had a chance to scout out this location? Do you know its layout or any?
No, we reported here first. However, while we stock up, I can have Officer Iona and Dante scout the area.
Okay, that is fine. I would suggest not using the dropship for this, if that was your intention.
Not the scout, sir.
Good. Yes, we don't want to alert the insurgents that you are coming.
Precisely.
All right.
Additionally, sir, I would like to report a case of insubordination.
And who would that be?
That is against Private Hammer. Disobeyed a direct order and cost a Marine his life, sir.
Private Hammer, do you have anything to say about this?
Yes, I do. The Marine had an alien creature bursting out of his chest that was already attacking a doctor. And Captain was angry at me for shooting it because apparently she thought that the gigantic hole this creature chewed through his chest cavity was not going to be fatal. I firmly disagreed.
Captain told you not to shoot. It's a direct order.
I shrugged.
Private Iona is correct. When your captain gives you a direct order, you follow that order.
Sergeant Iona.
Sergeant. Sergeant. I'm sorry, Private.
I'm also a sergeant.
I'm not an idiot.
I didn't say you were.
No, I was talking to the other Private Dante.
Sorry.
All right, Private Hammer. We will have to deal with your insubordination afterwards. Obviously, under this mission, I cannot spare any additional men to replace you, and so you will continue to serve it. However, please note that any further acts of insubordination might result in worse disciplinary actions. Do you understand? Private, do you
Yeah.
understand?
Yes, sir. I understand.
Good. All right, Captain. Is there anything else?
That'll be it.
right.
Actually, I did in fact have a question. Do you have any like free morphine?
Are you injured, soldier?
Yes.
Go to the med bay. They will provide you with any medication you need. Any other questions? The infirmary. No, very good.
Aren't we going out scouting?
Yeah, I think two of us
Yeah,
were.
well, the major's wrapping up, and he's like,
Yeah.
Don't pick
Maybe
up any
maybe it's
morphine.
not the best idea to send Dante scouting after injecting her with morphine.
I think
Don't
it's the
pick up any
perfect
morphine,
idea. I'm a
Captain.
master. I'm actually a expert at painting cakes, and I think it can make me turn completely invisible using those techniques.
If you
That
if
is-
you
that is the
you are
dumbest
intact
idea
and you
I've ever
have
heard.
survived, you are fine. None of us are injured. You will be riding with Sergeant Iona, and you will be taking point and scouting. I want a full detailed sit rep of that facility.
Can we just like park by the infirmary real quick, just so I can pick up some painkillers for later?
Captain,
You'll have plenty of time before we go on mission.
Captain,
Okay.
if you could, for
Yes, sir. Yes,
while
sir.
you're restocking, could you pick me up a grenade or two?
Of course.
Thank you.
What kind?
All right. Surprise me.
Wait, so
That-
is the idea that we're going to scout, coming back,
coming
getting
back.
in the dropship, and then going
Yeah.
again?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
All right, Dante, get in the APC. Let's go.
Oh,
Hypothetically, what
actually, I'm
happens
going to
if we
collect
get
the
caught, though?
I'm going to collect the sample from the APV before they
You're in
head
the
out.
APC. You get the
Exactly.
hell out of there.
Yeah, no, I'm collecting the sample from it because I need to go and do an analysis in the medical lab.
Can we
No,
take
I was
the
talking
robot
about
with
they
us
get
for
caught.
collateral.
Yeah, we get caught. We get the hell out of there.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I thought we go down with the ship or something. Okay.
I'm down.
It's an APC. It doesn't go down. It just blows up.
I mean, that's kind of how you go down with it, I guess.
I mean, you can if you'd like.
Have you ever gone down on an APC?
Gone down on one?
Captain,
I
do you have to send
It's,
Dante on
a,
this
it's a
mission?
sex joke.
I don't.
Huh?
I'm
You have
the
to send
perfect
Dante on this
candidate.
mission?
I'm the perfect
Yes, I did,
candidate.
Sergeant.
I'm incredibly stealthy. I have many grenades. We'll be
Hammer's
fine.
too inclined to open up a firefight. Chaplain's working on side stuff. Dante's the only person available, and I will not send one Marine alone to scout an army base.
And I am in fact available.
This shit. I'm gonna go to the armory. Sorry, the infirmary was in my head because Dante. I'm gonna go to the armory.
Pick up some morphine from me.
I don't think I can shoot you in like the medial cortex.
Just get
That
like a
sounds
gun
brain
and put
thing.
like a morphine.
Okay,
needle in it.
okay. Let's move on a bit with the story. So Dante and Hammer, are you both going to leave immediately?
Dante and Iona.
Dante and Iona.
Oh yeah, I'm
Yes.
sorry. Dante, are you
Immediately.
going to leave immediately?
Quick refill. Quick refuel. And
All right.
go.
Yeah, quick refill and go. Is there Chaplain you're going to go do and try to create a serum?
Yes. Yeah, I'm going to head to the medical facilities. I'm going to hope there's a centrifuge and some other pieces of equipment that I'll need.
Nick, gotta turn your camera back on.
Okay.
Just shuffled everybody. Give us one moment while we fix this. Turning out the cameras, reshuffles.
I'm the GM.
Yeah.
I am the couple now.
I'll play.
All right. Welcome back, everyone.
Please
You're
pardon
dead.
this
You're dead.
brief interruption while we
You can
fix
keep
that. But James, you fix that if you wanna.
Yeah,
keep
keep going with the
running
RP, and I will have you all back in your right places momentarily.
So yeah, I mean, what's the plan, Private Iona? I mean, Sergeant. Sorry, it's caught on at this point.
Right. I would appreciate it if you, Private, would address me as my title. Thank you.
Yes,
Sergeant.
my lord, Sergeant.
Sergeant.
This is the most insubordinate group of Marines ever.
I didn't work this long to be called a private.
I really need some morphine. I'm having trouble thinking straight.
All right. The plan: we get there, take a look around, see what we can see, without being
Oh.
too risky. And
Do
get
we
the
have
hell out of there.
binocs?
Do we have binocs?
Oh, you can easily get some.
Oh, we should probably grab
We
some
probably have
binocs.
some binocs.
Yeah.
Anything? Any?
Actually,
items
is
that
there
help
like
us with this?
is there like are there like scopes you can outfit on your, like, could we get like a sniper scope sort of vibe?
They don't have that here. It's like
Oh.
something you can like attach to your gun, but they have binoculars. I'll give you each a set of binoculars.
All right. So where is this
Binocs, camo, right? If we're trying to
We
find
don't have separate rules for camo, but I'm happy to say that you can try to get some
camo
like
up.
Yeah,
some
some
ammo,
camo up, yeah.
urban ammo, right? The
Mhm.
white and gray kind of looking.
Right. Well, just notes. Yes, maybe some more white.
That's true.
Yeah.
And I'm going to be keeping a watch on them and the team, including Hammer on my PDAT.
Sure.
Okay. Anything else that you think we need, Sergeant? I mean, we're not
No.
planning on getting in a firefight. We're just
No.
scouting, right?
Shots fired, we get out of there.
Okay.
Um,
Be like a cardboard box.
I can't do that. I can't do the Metal Gear Solid
You never saw that.
noise. So
How do you roll for stealth again, out of curiosity, just before we get into it? Is it agility?
I believe
Mobility.
there is a mobility
Oh.
skill. That's what you roll.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, so we guess we'll drive there.
Okay.
Are you going to like drive all the way to the compound or drive a certain
Oh, no.
distance and approach?
Probably half a
Like
mile,
a mile?
half a mile somewhere in there.
Sure. You know what?
What do we think? What do we think the range? What do you think like the range on their scanners or anything might be? Like what?
The most that you have really in this setting are the motion detectors from the movies,
Okay,
which
so there isn't
really
much in the
limited range. Yeah,
Okay.
Okay.
So should we go to half a mile out?
that's right.
Hide the
Half a
APC
mile sounds
somewhere.
fine.
And,
Well, and we have like
it.
one extra NPC, right?
Right now you have there are
It's just us
7
two.
NPCs. So
but
yes,
it's just
there's one.
we got
Oh,
sent.
so if y'all two die, it's all right.
There
We'll
is.
take. Captain,
Wait,
we can
one,
take
two,
one
three.
of the mooks.
No, there's 2 more. Yeah, there's 2 more. There's Mason, the
Yeah.
gunnery sergeant, and Jim Juski, private first class.
I think we should take Juski with us because Juski can drive. Like, you know, he's our getaway driver.
I'm the driver of
So
the APC.
who's?
Iona, you're in command of this mission, so
Oh,
You are the ranking not officer.
Sergeant,
you're the
I would
ranking
recommend
team member.
that we take one extra, but it is your choice.
Your input is appreciated. Can anyone else drive the APC? That I know?
Jim Juski can actually.
Jim Juski can.
The two remaining ones, yeah.
Jim
Jim Juski is a pilot of 1. Mason
Are-
does not have any piloting skills.
Are they a private?
Jim Juski is a private first class.
Private Jim you're with us.
Yes, Sergeant.
So
You're with us. You're to sit in the APC.
Yes,
if
Sergeant.
needed.
Yeah. And when you turn around, unknown to you, but Dante knows this. He gives you the middle finger, and then like gives like Dante like a yeah, kind of thing. Jim you all know Jim Juski is a bit of an
if I
asshole.
Him and Hammer are best friends.
I like this guy.
Actually, okay, he hates your fucking guts.
I'm sure he does. I like it.
But,
Jim Juicy?
it says on Jim Juski's character sheet, it says rival Hammer.
Because we're
Buddy.
both trying to be the biggest asshole.
Buddy, no one. They all piss you off.
Oh man, I should have been Jim Drewski. Well, now I know something will be if I die as
we
Hammer.
like the Jews.
Yes.
I think we're gonna fight over Jabjiski. Whoever dies
Jabjiski.
first gets it.
All right, you guys.
I am
Alright,
the.
All right, so y'all head out. There's actually, I'm not going to have any rolls unless you guys want to really try to do something like particularly risky. But if all you're planning to do is like get some high ground with some binoculars, scope out the space, there's really no roll needed in this case.
Could we try and identify like a specific holding area?
Yeah, it's a spot we could land, maybe.
Well, not that. I meant like a spot where the prisoner might be held.
Well, let me
yeah.
describe the battle
Mm.
compound, and then from a
Okay.
distance, and then you can kind of decide, like,
Right.
if you want to try to figure out information. So the compound is basically one really large wall. You can see in the middle bit on a slightly raised area, like a middle wall that cuts it in half. There's this one larger. Actually, you know what? Why don't I just show you the map,
Ooh.
and you can get the idea of the layout, because you can easily see the general layout of.
I'm the map. I'm the map. I'm the map.
I hear the captain's voice
Right.
in my head.
I can't remember. Does this thing? This thing does have like line of sight.
Oh, I need.
Dynamic
Yeah, I
lighting,
need. Don't have
Yeah.
vision because my token's not on map. Yeah,
Yeah. So what I'll do, I'll
we'll be dropped
those-
straight into enemy lines.
Drop the two of you, Iona and Dante. All right. So actually, that's not the correct one. That's just the roof, which you can't see. All right. So you can actually see it all right there.
Okay.
Ooh.
So you've got a gate here. James, everybody on the stream can see this, right?
Yes.
So you got the front gate here. You have
Mhm.
this large sort of like wall around the full perimeter. You have a small little shack, and you can see guards going in and out of it here, and another gate here, and another wall, and then there's a house here. Looks like a 2-story building, a flat roof.
That's the entire compound.
That's the entire
Nothing.
compound.
So and you said it was about 2 stories. How what's like the square width?
You can actually
What's the
check.
square area?
Uh,
2 by 2 meters.
for all the tiny little bitty squares. You're not gonna be able to measure it like that because there are detailed maps on here of the interior.
I think we blow up that wall. Sorry, I don't know how to get rid of
Yeah.
that.
So yes. So and to answer your question about holding area, there's a house and a little shack where the guards are.
Okay.
So it's got to be one of the 2 places, probably.
Maybe touchdown in the yard, right there.
I mean, do we want to touch down in the yard? Looks like they have vehicles. They probably have heavier armor in there. Hear me out. What if we touch down a bits away? We could
Like it?
probably use some. If we get breaching charges, we could breach through into that back of the wall and take the house.
By the house, yeah.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Well, remember this is just a scouting mission, and I'm sure the other.
Well, no,
sure the
no,
captain
not
knows
yeah,
what-
yeah.
Right.
We're
Is
just
there
discussing
is
how
there,
to infiltrate.
yeah? Is there anything else you want to do on the scouting mission? Anything else that you want to try to figure out?
What is
How many
that
guards are
making-
there?
Yeah, what? Yeah, that
It's
and
really
what are
hard
the
to tell
vehicles?
because you really can't see too much detail in there because you can't see inside the house,
Right.
so you don't know how many are inside the house. But outside, you can see. Um, 4 guards
Outside the
out
front
in
gate,
the yard.
in the yard.
In the yard.
No
Do
one
we
else
see
inside
anybody
the-
patrolling outside the gate?
Yeah.
Like outside the wall.
No, you don't see any outside of this main wall.
That can make it really easy to sneak up.
Yeah. Or that could mean that we haven't noticed them.
Right. You want to give it a look?
I do think maybe a closer look might be warranted. Try and see if we can figure out what's going on in the house.
How high is
If
the
we can at
wall?
least.
You guys currently have an advantage point, so you
Right.
can see the house. You could make you can see that the house, all the windows actually do have armored metal
Shutters?
metal shutters
Mhm.
pulled over them.
Yeah.
So
How high?
there is no windows that you can actually look into the house.
How high do the walls go on the outside?
Oh, they are a good 3 meters high.
About 9 feet ish.
Yeah, and they are clearly well reinforced.
Hey, I got an idea.
Yeah.
We get down there, One was boost, the other one up over. Take a peek over the wall. There's no guards on the outside of the wall,
Yeah, but there might be guards on the inside of the wall. But I mean, it's just an idea.
but just a quick peek.
As she
Okay.
said, just a quick peek. Nothing
Yeah,
going on.
you're the commanding officer. I have to follow what you say.
Fuck it.
He's not the commanding officer.
No, I am
He's
in charge
enlisted.
right now.
Yeah,
In charge right now.
He's in charge.
Currently, my command, like you know what I mean. The
Well, I appreciate
Your
it.
commander.
You got here, Private.
yeah, I'm trying, but these privates, they're hard, you know.
Fuck it. Let's go get a closer look.
Okay. Also, could we get what's the sort of vehicle situation? It looks on the map. It sort of looks like they got a lot of like one
Little
person
vehicles.
It's
the little
pretty much just that. They don't have any
the,
armored
the
vehicles that
mongoose
you
from
can
Halo,
see.
basically.
Yeah, they don't have. Yeah.
Can we
Okay.
sneak up on like the southwest side?
Do we see before we get close to the wall? Do we see any of the like proximity detectors?
You do not.
Okay. What do we know what they look like? Are they like an obvious thing?
They would probably be relatively small. You'd have to probably get close to really notice anything like that.
I would like to do the investigate or whatever it would.
And just to clarify, the 3 vehicles that you see, they are ATVs.
Yeah, if we could sneak up on like the southwest side.
Sure. For some reason, I've
house.
actually. Yeah.
Full camo of smeared mud on my face.
Yeah.
Or snow.
Snow. White face
Yeah.
paint.
I apologize, everyone, and I apologize for everyone on the screen. Foundry has this issue for me sometimes where I lose the maps on my screen. The players can all still see it. I can't see the maps anymore. The only way I know how to fix it is to restart Foundry, which is going to kick all the players off.
Okay.
I'm sorry. So I'm just going to do that very quickly. So if you are still in the Foundry, go ahead and log out. And then when I log back in, players can use the same link to quickly join. Sorry about this. I'm not sure entirely what it is. I think it might be a memory issue with Foundry. But it doesn't happen too often.
Do our radios reach this far?
Yeah, you can communicate just fine. So,
Sergeant,
Yes.
will that APC make it through one of those exterior walls?
In one piece?
Yeah.
Would it?
no,
I don't know the durability. No.
definitely not.
Not in one piece. Not with all of us alive, no.
Probably not at all. They're reinforced heavy thick walls.
Okay. No.
Y'all can join back in now. Sorry about that.
I've been like kicked out to like a home screen.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you'll have to log back in. Just go back to the link I shared earlier and log back in.
Oh, there we go.
The gate is a thinner kind of gate. Theoretically, you could maybe drive the APC through the front gate,
The
but
front
not
gate.
through the exterior walls.
You'll never see it coming.
I'm gonna let you guys think for a minute. I have to go use the restroom. Be right back.
Well, what I'm thinking is we have Iona, Drew, the Juice, and Dante.
The juice.
I'll also be
Use
right
the
back.
juice now.
Let me see what they have.
Through the gate into their ATVs.
Or it could just block the front gate. With the
Yeah.
APC.
While we come in on the flyer and Hammer puts a grenade right in that guardhouse.
Mm.
Oh,
What if that's where they're keeping the?
yeah, I was gonna say
The shack. Not the house.
Yeah, the guard shack, not the house.
No, they could.
But-
They
but
could be keeping the prisoners
person
in the
could be
guard.
in there.
Mm.
I'm just saying, like, far be it from me to argue with the logic of throwing a grenade, right? I will gladly throw a grenade out of that airship, but like, I'd be happier if I was throwing it. Actually, you know what?
If they're taking her prisoner, they're not going to have her exposed in the guardhouse by the vehicles. They're going to be
Right.
keeping her somewhere secure.
That's what I'm saying.
So
the
that
house.
guardhouse is primarily for
Do we know
defense.
that they are taking her prisoner?
Yes, we do.
Are you sure?
Yes, I
Hammer.
Are you sure
Hammer.
that they have not just offered her another way to remove whatever shit is in her chest? I'm just asking. Like,
We can check the guard check. We can try. I don't think
Yeah.
it had the same shutters.
We're gonna check it. We're gonna take a peek. Try to.
I'm just saying, right? Like,
The
I
other-
usually be thorough before I.
This is war, Private.
Well, I thought so too, but apparently, anyway.
But Hammer, you seem to be complaining a lot. Kill people, don't kill people. Just make up your mind.
No, I just wanted to kill the rat person. Like the thing bursting out of the chest was the rat thing to kill. The doc, I forgot about the acid. In all honesty,
This is why you follow orders.
I still say that thing would have eaten right through the glass and come and chewed one of our faces off. But,
We don't know that. We don't know its abilities because you killed it before we had a chance to assess it.
oh, yeah, right. Assess it.
You got
Threat assessment is how you survive the battlefield, Private.
I agree
So-
with Dante. I assessed that it was bad.
So Sergeant Iona and Private Dante, you were going to go over. I think you were saying down here.
Yeah,
Was it?
yeah, over there.
Alright. Okay.
We're gonna boost
remember you
juice.
can
He can hear.
yourself if you wish
Yeah.
by just holding. And
Yeah.
you might have done it earlier, and I didn't see
Yeah,
it because my
like
map was working.
here-ish. Yeah, like here-ish.
Alright. All right, so you all make it over there. Who is propping up who?
I'll take a peek. Prop me up.
Okay.
All right. All right, so you look over at this inner yard. You do not see any guards there. You see more windows here. They all have metal shutters on, and that's really all you see.
All right, keep it down.
Are you sure I could like push you over if there aren't any guards?
Fuck no, that's not our job.
There's no barbed wire at the top.
Get me the
We-
fuck down.
Our job was just.
Okay, I need you both to now make mobility rolls because you're making such a ruckus right outside the wall.
Damn it.
All right. Well, this is going too bar real quick.
Mobility rolls.
And it's the worst out of the two.
Yeah. Yo, okay.
Hey, one success. Let's go. Let's go. Oh
Uh,
boy.
No, well, who had the worst skill? Only one of you rolls.
Oh,
Oh, I have the worst skill.
did you? What's yours?
Mine's 4. Or it's +1 agility.
No,
so
you,
4.
Evan, you got 5 black dice, buddy. Dante's
have
got
5.
4.
I have 4 black dice.
Oh, then yeah,
Yeah.
you have the worst one. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so
But
then
if-
we will go. Then we go off of
Yeah,
Iona's roll.
I have to roll
So-
this.
So yeah, so you need to make a panic check. You did succeed,
Mhm.
but you panic. Well,
is
you
good.
might not succeed. Depends on the results of the panic check.
Oh, that is not good.
You drop an item. So as you're standing over there, you drop your gun on the other side of the wall.
Can I drop my smart gun? Isn't it like attached to me?
Not. Oh yeah, that's true. You do have a smart gun. Well, here's the thing. In order for you to climb the wall, you got to detach the harness
Right, but then I would
in order
have
to have
put it
mobility.
on the outside of the wall.
You dropped your smart gun.
I'll go in the armory anyway.
I'm sure you'll get another smart gun when you say, "Yeah, well, I dropped it on the inside of the insurgent base before we were supposed to
You
attack."
got-
it."
Just give the insurgents a smart gun.
You
There's
gotta
no
pick
guards.
that
There's
up.
no guards.
There's no guards. We gotta pick that up, Sarge.
How am I gonna get back
You
over?
don't see any. Nobody seems to have
Okay.
noticed you.
Well, buddy system over. I'll get up top and I'll pull you up.
Exactly.
If there's
exactly.
no guards, make your way over. Scout as much as you can.
Okay.
Oh, Captain said we should do it. What?
Okay.
And recover that weapon.
By the way, don't forget, Evan, if you haven't already, your stress also goes up by 1.
Okay. Yep.
If you're not
Yeah,
stressed
I
over.
boost you up. Let's get to the
it's-
top and pull me over.
Actually, y'all didn't think about this. You should have actually had 1 less stress. It took you 5-10 minutes to drive out there.
It should have been 2 because we had banter.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we both have
but-
banter too. Yeah.
Yeah, well, you didn't specify that, so I'm not going to Give it to you.
I'm just. Can I take a stress off then?
Afterwards, you guys can rest up on the way back.
Okay.
Oh,
Okay.
so we're
Boost.
not-
We'll body system boost over. Body
We'll-
system
we'll-
boost
we'll-
over.
Because this is only going to end well.
We'll God of War, you know.
All right.
Boy.
Okay, so I need you both to. This time, I'm going to have you both make mobility rolls because this is not a
Oh
stealth.
boy.
This is just see how well you manage to clamber over the wall.
I love how much is this D&D mentality in Alien. Just like, let's just keep trying. Why not? What's the worst that
All
can
right, uh, Dante, I need you to make a panic check.
Yay.
Oh my god.
Hey,
That's
can I give him the success, my extra success?
Look under mobility. Does it
It says I can
tells you
give
what
one to another PC.
I'm chill.
The same situation as me.
Then yes, I'll let you do that.
Okay.
All right. So you would have you would have failed to make it over, Dante, but Iona manages to grab you and pull you up. All right, so y'all jump down the other side. All right, and you managed to retrieve your smart gun. What would you like to do?
Captain said get as good a look as we can.
We
Okay,
open,
how are you going to do that?
get closer to the shutters and try and basically like.
They're metal shutters.
Yeah,
they're
they don't
closed.
move.
Like they aren't even.
Yes, they're
closed.
closed metal shutters. You cannot see through the windows, and you cannot open.
Is there a front door? Can we find a
Their
front
door,
door?
yeah.
All right, so you're going to look for a front door.
Well, like we're at a wall. Right? We've got a-
So are you going to go around the house and look for a front door?
We are going to peek around the corner and look for guards.
Is your answer?
Yes.
Yes. You can certainly look around cautiously for a front door.
Yes.
You don't see any guards on this inner yard. There is a front door on this side of the house. That's what that little thing there is.
Sergeant, it is very strange that there aren't any guards at all.
That's what
The
I'm thinking.
door is locked, and there is it looks like an incredibly sturdy door.
And it's completely metal.
Completely
There's
shut.
no.
Yeah.
Okay.
And there is an access port, like basically a thing that you would enter a code in that would open up the door.
And you said it's a 2-story building.
It is a 2-story building.
Okay, let's back up from the door. I gotta talk to the captain.
I want who was lowest? It was Iona.
Yeah.
Make a mobility
Wait, on which roll? The stealth or the?
Mobility,
because you guys walked it pretty close to it.
Damn.
Make a panic roll.
okay. Then increase my stress again, right?
It
Well, it depends on what
you
you
roll.
roll.
Well, yeah. If you depends on what your
Oh
result.
no.
You freeze. You are frozen by fear or stress for one round, which is very long.
For
So
one
the
round?
good news is you're just you freeze up. Like you
Can I-
didn't hear something, so you completely freeze up. You did succeed, but your stress does go up by 1 because you're on edge. You're feeling paranoid.
Can I?
I have
put a
field
pole
command,
her?
and I did say I was watching them on the PDAT, which does let me Can I
Do you-
give orders to you move, you get out of there, get clear, get out of there.
Keep
return
in
to
mind,
base.
I just will point out, Frosty, it's only 1 round, and it's out of combat. And a round is the combat turn.
Yeah.
So you're welcome to do that, but it's not going to last very long.
Oh, okay. I was just trying to get them.
I'll just
unfrozen.
pull them out. Of
Yeah,
the
because
way.
the freeze only lasts a round.
Okay.
Sarge, are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. Okay.
Like 3 to 6 seconds, somewhere in that range.
If you
What-
want
what-
that
what if you
guardhouse and get the hell out of there.
You won't feel in
What
the
if you try and
guardhouse?
boost me up to the roof of this house? Because then I can look down.
Stories.
It's
Yeah.
2 stories. That's 20. That's about 20 feet
20
high.
feet.
Yeah, no boost. I assume it's probably
tall
not
do
like
you
a
think I
featureless
am?
building, is it?
I mean, you could try to climb up
Oh, that's
like
a bad
on
idea.
the
'Cause there's, like,
window metal
windowsills.
shutter.
That's such a bad idea.
It'll be fine.
No, it's not. I'm taking executive order. We're not climbing that fucking building. We're gonna look at this guardhouse. We're going the fuck back to fort.
We should
How
have
are
thought
you
like
against the
climbing here.
guardhouse? It's on the other
Exactly,
side of
that's
the
how-
interior wall.
That's we need to get on top of this building to look over the
Also, I
interior
will
wall.
point out, there are 4 guards out here in this yard.
Can I?
Yeah, but they're not gonna be looking behind them, are they? They're gonna be looking out in front. If we get up on
It-
top of this wall here,
Just so you know, the front gate's here. So if they're down here, they're looking this direction.
yeah,
I'm
exactly.
just
We get on
letting
top
you
of
know.
it. We get on
It-
top of that
it's
building. I'm telling you.
I don't think that's a
I
good
said
idea.
just get a look at that guardhouse and get out. And then I have a question, Mother. It says that I can use the PDAT to get the spectrograph mapping information from the cameras and stuff that soldiers have.
Yes.
Can I use the video footage that they've been getting through the PDAT to analyze spectrographically the compound?
What kind of spectrographic? Like what kind of information?
It just says spectrograph. Like I'm looking at the item.
What information do you want to gain from it? Let me ask.
Like
you
infrared,
what are you
structure, layout, population.
Sure. So I don't know the word stratigraph. I actually have to look it up.
I think we go back over
Is
the
it
wall.
stratigraph?
Spectrograph.
Spectrograph.
With spectrograph mapping devices.
What fucking now?
It breaks the light from a single material into its component colors the way a prism splits white light into a rainbow. It records the spectrum, which allows scientists to analyze the light and discover properties from the material interacting with it. So you can't see through walls.
Let's just check.
Right.
I think the spectrograph. I think that's the vision that like the Predator uses to see like the aliens and stuff like that in like the video games and stuff like that. They have infrared.
Yeah.
And spectrograph is the other one.
Okay.
Out of
It's usually
curiosity,
blue.
how loud is a cutting torch? Like, is it like?
It's pretty fucking loud. It's
Yeah.
a large, like really hot
Private.
flame.
Private. We're going back over that wall. Scoot down a little bit. Peek over. Look at that guard check, and we're going the fuck back to Fort Nebraska.
That's gonna be in there line of sight, but okay.
What? Not down here. It won't be.
There are 4 guards. They could be looking in any given direction. They're not
I'm
always looking.
telling you, Sarge, none of them are gonna be looking.
They face each other sometimes when they talk.
Look, if they're facing away, the chance of them looking at the top of this fucking building is slim compared to like the outside of the wall.
They're trying to play fucking Dishonored here.
Fucking building. I will kill you before you do.
At least I won't drop my smart gun.
Soldiers, you have your orders. Now give me this line on that guard tower and get the hell out of there.
I'm on it, Captain. I'm on it.
If the juice was here, he'd know what to do.
I'm gonna turn to not Chaplain. I'm gonna turn to to White, the other I'm saying. So how much you want to bet that they ain't coming back from this one?
On that
I'm not gonna make that bet.
Out of earshot of the cap. I know it's just like Cap's all about bringing.
I'm gonna be supervised. I'm gonna check in on Chaplain and the Cure.
Yeah.
Right.
Cap's all about bringing
question.
back.
Let's take a break from these shenanigans.
What? Got one quick question. Would
Sure.
climbing the house be a strength check?
It would likely be. Yeah, I think it would depend on how you do it.
If I'm
I would
just, like-
probably say mobility in all likelihood.
Okay.
Like breaking down something.
The
would be
two
more.
worst mobility characters here are going to climb this house.
I didn't decide who got sent.
Right.
Well, I was gonna say, like, rather than trying to just climb up like
Also, to be
like,
fair,
agility.
you didn't have to do this.
Yeah, we did.
No, I want.
But we have our orders. We have to.
But you didn't have. It was your idea to get close to the building to begin with.
Yeah.
Right, but now
But
You
you
could
know,
just
I
look
mean,
at the binoculars and then left once you had the layout.
You know, part of rock climbing is just raw strength and stamina. Could I not use stamina?
I mean, rock climbing is really more about agility.
Yeah.
It depends. I mean, it's a little bit of both.
If you're doing it right, it's pretty much agility.
I will send you a video of a cat climbing a rock.
Yeah, but even with people, because you're supposed to put all your weight on like your feet. It's only when you're like doing like weird overhangs, put a lot of strength in.
Well,
your
that's exactly
arms.
what a climbing a building is, though, isn't it? Weird overhang.
No, it's a straight.
It's a straight wall, yeah.
It's a straight wall.
With the windows, with the windowsill,
Oh.
right?
No, it's mobility. Stop arguing with the GM.
Again, when you put D&D players into an alien game,
I know.
you get what you get.
That's right. I will point out that in every time I've run this campaign, they already attacked the compound by now.
Oh, I'm sure. I was like, could I use an alien skull as a shield? Like,
That's
for
right,
gas
yeah.
and burn
That's right.
damage. I'm going to put it on my arm. I'm just like, smart gun. Actually, that sounds really cool. I'm going to try that.
All right, so Let's cut from you all for a bit, and let's take a moment to go to Chaplain. Chaplain, what are you doing? What's going on with you?
So first I need to go and find medical facility and see what resources I have available to me. I'm hoping there's at least a blood analyzer.
Well, you've got a full surgery because they have to operate on potentially on soldiers who have gotten injured and shot. So you have a
Yes.
full
So
surgery.
it's a full surgery, but I'm also interested in the sort of diagnostic equipment and the blood lab.
It's very well equipped.
Very well equipped.
But the blood lab is adequate enough for your purposes.
Okay. Then in that case, first thing I do is I make a quarantine sign and hang it on the lab door, and then bolt it from the inside.
Okay.
And I've got the specimen with me. I will need to go and see the AWOL Marine in a bit to get a blood sample, but first I want to try. No, actually, I should do that first. Well, no. Let's start with trying to dissect the alien and looking at extracting tissue and liquid from as many parts of it as possible, because I have no idea which part to even start trying to derive something from.
Okay. What are you using to make an incision on it?
It has acid.
Laser scalpel.
Well, yeah, laser scalpel I think might be if I can find one. And then yeah, let's start with the laser scalpel.
All right.
Let's see
Okay.
if I can find
Make a medtech.
tech.
You're welcome to do it private to me if you want to keep everybody else in suspense.
I think it'd be quite cool if they have no idea if the serum's going to work when it gets to them.
That would be cool.
Okay.
All right.
If you're not secretly infecting us.
There'd be easier ways to do it.
Yeah. Unfortunately. Yep. So you managed to do an incision on it. You unfortunately get some of the acid on the table beneath it, and it kind of eats through, and you damage some of the equipment you got, but you managed to successfully get the sample open.
Okay, so I'll keep that to one side for a moment, and I will take some samples, try and find a way to neutralize the acid, find a base, and then try and do get some analysis going, and I will go to I'm slightly worried about fumes from this thing, so I'm going to go to the fume hood area and place it in there, and run a sterilization cycle.
All right. I don't think a roll would be required for that part.
Okay. The next thing I want to do, so I'm going to start with the extractions going and the analysis. Grab some supplies and then head out to go and take a blood sample from the Marine.
All right. Why don't you make a roll for the analysis that you're doing?
Okay.
Okay, yeah, you feel like you sort of analyze it, you sort of break down its components, get kind of an idea of what you think it is, and yeah,
All right. Okay, now I just need a blood sample to compare it to.
okay. Where is right now? Where are you keeping her?
Probably with me.
Okay, well, I will then go and find. Yeah, go find Captain.
All right, yep. So you show up in front of the captain. Or are you saying anything? You've got needles in your hands. You're like, ah, stabby, stabby.
I open fire. I don't do that. But I wish I would.
Okay. I need to estimate how large a sample I'm going to need because this is not just. I may need to synthesize something for a blood, so I may need a reasonable quantity of it.
Okay.
So yeah, yeah. Can I take it to a medical bed where there's like blood transfusion equipment?
Do you want to take her back to the surgery you were in?
Ideally.
Okay.
Okay.
Gotcha.
If you want, I can stay to supervise, but this is going to save all of us. You want
Yeah,
to go
no.
to Chaplain?
Yeah, when this was what.
I'm happy to go wherever you need me. I'm happy to help.
Yeah, report to Chaplain. He's going to take a decent sample. We're trying to resynthesize whatever helped protect you from this biological, whatever it is.
Sounds good. All right. Yeah. So she goes off with Chaplain. So yeah, Chaplain, you lead her to the surgical area.
Yep.
You get her sort of onto the transfusion table.
Yeah, so I'm thinking like that the kidney dialysis. I don't want to leave her low on blood. We're going to need her, so I'll get some blood from the blood bank, match her blood type, and I'll replace everything that I'm taking out.
Sure, make a medtech roll.
Okay.
Make this one a secret, so it's all
All
nice and exciting.
Okay.
I'm sorry, James.
No.
What? Apparently, you got the wrong blood type, but it's already about halfway through the transfusion before you realize it. She goes into sudden shock. I'm not sure exactly what the wrong blood type does to a person other than kill
it's
them.
not good.
I think like she would go through various spasms and things like that, and she dies on the transfusion table right in front of you.
Oh my god. That doesn't make any sense unless the alien symbiote changed her blood type from. That doesn't make any sense.
Make another medtech roll. I'll let you know if what you're thinking is actually correct. You don't know. You just don't know. It's all speculation. It's a reasonable conclusion, but you don't have any solid evidence or any solid thinking to really support it.
Some kind of new antigen.
All right. So yeah,
I want to do some research into what could cause someone's blood type to change.
Okay. Sure. Why don't you make a contact roll as you sort of use the computer to help you figure it out? Yeah, you try to figure it out, just can't get any. You just can't get anywhere with it.
Okay.
All right.
As an FYI, medically speaking, it's usually not a sudden shock death. It's more, it produces an autoimmune reaction.
Okay.
As an FYI, it's an alien cinematic movie. It doesn't have to be accurate. But I'm just pointing it out for all you viewers at home that we do have treatments, and if you get the wrong blood type, you are not doomed to an immediate death.
What
It isn't a pleasant experience, though, if I recall.
It's an entire blood transfusion before you find out that it's the wrong blood type.
If you go through half of it, I would say that, again, because you're already attached to a dialysis machine, they would be able to correct that error before it killed you. Autoimmune reactions take a little while to kick in.
But yeah.
Hammer. When Chaplin comes out, when Chaplin comes out, and he tells everybody what happens. I want you and only you to make a medtech roll.
Me?
Yep.
I'm sorry, everybody. I didn't mean to like imply that Hammer knew shit. I just medical aid. You mean?
No, there. No, I'm sorry, medical aid. Sorry, I'm getting Comtech and medical aid mixed up. Medical aid roll.
Oh my God! I got a success. What the hell?
So Hammer, you were in the trenches once, right? You were in this fight. You had a buddy got shot up. Had to go through blood transfusion. They got the blood type wrong. They fixed it easily. Somebody shouldn't have died.
I'm going to look Chaplin right in the eyes and just. You telling me she died from an inaccurate blood transfusion?
It doesn't make any sense to me. That's what it's showing, but it doesn't make any sense. The reaction is far too severe. I think this must have had something to do with the symbiote.
I'll stare him. The impression that I am getting, Mother, is that he is not being entirely honest with me here.
All right. Fair enough.
I do not know exactly whether that is correct or not, or whether just all the secret roles have. But I'm going to look him right in the eyes and just, hey, Chaplin.
Yes, Hammer.
I'm not particularly patient, man, but if you did take somebody in there and do something that killed them, I want to fucking know that you didn't do it intentionally, or I just lose my temper and be a little
Intentionally taking a human life is utterly impossible given my programming. So
say it in a way that
Hammer, make a Comtech roll. Watch you get another like single success or something.
I'm gonna push it.
Push it. Push it. Come on.
Oh yeah.
No!
So this is to understand if what Chaplin is saying is true about androids, about synthetics.
Oh, sorry. That wasn't intentional. I was trying to get.
So you succeeded to know whether or not what Chaplin is saying is true. You have another success. What would you like to use it for?
New or unexpected information.
You want to use that?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So what Chaplin is saying is 100% true. Synthetics have programming that does prevent them from taking a human life. That's one of the reasons why Chaplin doesn't typically carry a gun.
Through action or inaction, unable to take any action or inaction that would result in harm to a human being.
Yes.
Even if said action would be for the benefit of humanity as a whole, is the complete wording of it.
Yeah. However, you have heard many stories. Possibly some of them you think are true, but you don't really know for certain. There's all this kind of scuttlebutt about synthetics that go nuts, that break their programming. There's all kinds of stories about that happening, but it never seems to be like actual public knowledge. It's always scuttlebutt, as if it was true, it's something that they don't like to share with the public.
Chaplin, you're a civilian consultant. Now, as the corporation that you're working for, perhaps sorry, Nick does not remember the name, but the evil alien corporation that the woman worked for was being all sus and shit.
She is sus, isn't she?
Actually,
And I am not a
if other
civilian.
people know better, you're welcome to correct me. But I actually think that while he may have been manufactured by Wayland Yutani, he is actually like
Oh, he's military. Okay,
he's
I am
military.
military.
Property of the USMNC.
okay.
Yeah.
I thought. Sorry, he was
But
described.
I'm pretty sure
civilian.
Bishop. I'm pretty sure Bishop is military. It's just that they can't have actual military rank.
Okay, I'm sorry.
That's why-
I
that's
misunderstood.
why he's a war
civilian.
officer. Yeah. Yeah.
I'm
That's my understanding
okay. Okay.
from the lore, but I could be wrong. But I think that's what the case is. I think synthetics can't be military officers in the USMC. All right, let's get back from that drama and pop over to Dante and Iona. So what is the grand plan that you have come up with?
Iona is gonna command Dante to get up on top of that house.
Okay, Dante, make a mobility roll. I'm going to give you a penalty.
Oh boy, how do I do that?
Help boost him up higher.
Right
first
click
of all.
the skill, and it'll
Yeah.
give you a pop up. It's going to be a -2.
Oh no!
To the base modifier.
This is not a
Sure.
climbing roll. It's not that hard to climb up with all these like window.
Is it
bits.
stealth?
It's stealth.
Oh no!
Okay, you
Ooh.
make a panic roll. All
Fine.
right. The good news. Well,
Fine.
you did not panic, but you still rolled no successes.
I rolled piloting. What the? What?
You rolled piloting.
I rolled piloting.
What's your mobility? Oh, your mobility roll's better.
Yeah, sorry. I don't know why I thought I right clicked mobility.
Okay, roll again.
Sorry. I'll probably roll worse, but
Remember,
Just let you keep the die roll. Just treat that as your mobility roll.
God, I
Cool.
had this.
Go on.
Ah.
Oh my God!
Well. Let's
Okay.
just see here. Well, it's not over yet.
Sorry. I genuinely I swear I right clicked on mobility the first time. So
that was 3 successes for anyone in the audience.
Yes, but it just got netted to 1 success.
okay.
0, 2,
For their roll.
Well, it's an opposed roll.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's the amount that you beat the opposed roll.
So
by.
net one.
Net 1. So you don't get any extra bonuses, but you do
Okay.
manage to get to the roof without trouble. On the roof, there's a large
God.
satellite dish,
Mhm.
and there is a skylight that is on hinges.
Oh,
Oh, I know how we're going in.
yeah. I will very quietly relay this back to everyone else. Is there a way that I could try and like hack or put like a device that would allow us to disable the comm satellite?
Do you have such a device in your inventory?
I have
The,
grenades.
the answer is no. The answer is no.
I mean, that
If
is
you want to
Okay.
mess with something, you can make a comm tech roll to try to like do something like to the equipment, to the satellite dish. But I'm going to need something more specific than I put something on it.
I was
Something
trying
you
not to
don't
do the.
have.
I thought you didn't want us to do the deal.
Mess with the
Um,
wires.
I don't want to. I don't want to because if I'm worried if I disable too much, it'll.
Let's start over. What is your objective? What are you trying to accomplish?
I'm trying to set something up here so that when we infiltrate, I can disable their ability to contact outward. Essentially,
All
the disable like reinforcements sort of vibe.
Okay, you're trying to cut off their communication
Yes, not now, but at a when we
when
like,
you
set
want
up something
to.
that I could
Detonatable grenade.
exactly like a grenade that's set to detonate at a later time when I
Okay.
press a button.
All right. Do you want to do a grenade or do you want to mess around with the electronics?
What would the difference be? I guess like
It'd be the skill. Electronics would be Comtech, and grenade would be Would probably be. Oh well, because I have such limited skills in this game,
Mm.
it would probably both be Comtech actually.
Okay.
But I would probably say the grenade would be easier to set up. By the way, Iona,
Mhm.
on your character sheet, click on General.
Okay.
Where it says panicked, you can remove that.
Oh. Okay.
A grenade would be a lot easier to set up because you basically are creating, like, you're trying to remote detonate a grenade. It's not an easy thing. Just to be clear, these are not going to be straight rolls either. But you're going to have a bigger penalty trying to, like, set up the electronics in
Trying
some
to set up
complicated way,
electronics.
rather than set up like
Okay.
a grenade to be rigged to blow with like a detonator or something.
Dante, you got
But
the
again, well, actually, point out you don't have a detonator. So
Yeah,
how
I
would
didn't.
you set up the grenade to go off when you want it to?
Hear me out. Wait. Oh no, that's only works with speakers. But like, could I try and set? I have one of their radios, and it's been on me this entire time.
Mhm.
Could I try and set up a feedback loop between their radio so it'll broadcast themselves and it'll echo and create that like horrible screeching feedback?
Do you want to set this up on a timer so it happens when you want it to happen?
Yeah, that'll be more complicated, won't it?
It'd be very complicated. It's not easy to do what you're trying to suggest.
Yeah. I will be Captain. I have access to some sort of. Are you
We'll
sure?
take it out on infiltration.
But I really think this will be fun.
We'll deal with it.
There is also a hatch at the top, so if people want to try and drop out of the dropship and land like that.
I'm aware. I'm monitoring you on your PDAT.
You can see me.
Dante,
Hello, God.
Dante, make a mobility roll for the noise you're making up
Oh.
on the roof.
Oh my god.
I'm being very quiet.
No, you're not.
I'm so stealthy. Look at that. I'm so
No.
fucking stealthy.
Well, we'll
Dante,
see.
Did
Hold on.
I'm
No.
stealthy.
If they roll 3 successes here, I'm going to lose it. Okay.
I'm so stealthy.
Dante, get the fuck down from there. Let's go.
I got like an extra +1, right? Can I give myself the +1 modification to a later skill roll related to this?
I'm sorry?
Because I got like the extra success, right? I can use that to like fuel a future roll, right?
Depends on the skill. So if you go to mobility,
For mobility, it says that you gain you can gain a +1 modification to a later skill roll relating to this one.
then that is correct.
Okay, so I'm gonna take that and then
Sure.
try and stealthily climb back down.
All right.
Or how soft is the snow? Could I?
No.
Yeah, well, I'll stealthily try and climb back down. I'm sure nothing bad will happen if I fail. It'll be fine.
All right. So yeah, y'all. I'll let you guys get over the wall and leave if that's all you're going to do now.
Yeah, we're going
Okay.
the fuck back to Fort Nebraska.
All right. Okay, so y'all have finished scouting the base by the time they get back. Iona and Dante, you've had at least 2 rounds of travel. This goes for everybody else. Pretty much
We're gonna
everybody.
banter on the way.
You're just talk the shit.
I'm
So
stressed.
so that means it's but that's 2 each
Right.
turn.
I had 5 stress.
So that's 4 stress lost from y'all. Everybody else also is 4 stress because you've had plenty of time to. Oh, you don't have anybody with banter with you now. The 2 people with banter went on the mission, so everybody else recovers 2 stress.
You're missing our fun shenanigans then.
Mhm.
That was
Right.
fun, wasn't
was
it,
great.
Sergeant? We had a great time. It went perfectly. There was definitely an alternate universe where I got shot and died, but we're fine.
Never again.
Captain, permission to speak to you in private for a second.
Permission
I should be a
granted.
Black Ops
Over
officer.
here.
I'm gonna go over there. Captain, I'm 100% sure that Chapman killed right on that operating table. I know you say androids can't do that, but they can have their programming fucked with or overwritten, or maybe you get and see her as a human being because she's been infected by a xenomorph. Here's the goddamn thing, right? A, blood in your system does not automatically kill you because you had an alien in your chest. I know I'm not a doctor, but she still had blood in her before. And also, the thing in her was surgically removed, and that required putting more blood into her because some of the blood that came out when we cut her chest open. Now, Chaplin performed that operation, and now he's telling you the blood he gave her then was somehow not the blood he gave her this time. I'm sorry, but this entire thing does not make any fucking sense to me.
This is not the first time he lied. During that operation, he was lying about the creature still being alive.
So this is what I'm saying. Chaplin compromised that Marine. I will stake my boots and spurs on it. I've already bet my hat to Dante, but all I can say is that based on everything I've seen in the trenches, an incorrect blood transfusion does not kill a Marine, and also, well, again, just to I say reiterate, Hammer would not know that word. To repeat myself, she was given blood when we cut the thing out of her chest. It didn't kill her then. The only difference this time is that Chaplin was alone with her. Sir.
You believe he's been compromised by the UPNP?
I believe he has been compromised by whatever thing, whatever group of people is interested in utilizing these biomorphs, these xenomorphs, things that, like what Wright said, right? That they went there, they were accidentally, and they were fucked with. They were studied. Somebody wanted something from them.
Let me rephrase that, Private. Upon your assessment, does the synthetic assigned to this mission present a clear and present danger to this squad?
Yes, sir.
And you would be willing to report to that?
Yes, sir.
Under penalty of perjury?
Yes, sir. I don't know. Again, I will clarify. Hammer doesn't know what perjury means. He thinks it just means a different kind of brig. Yes, sir.
Like prison, but fancy.
I've spent many a time in a penal colony. I can handle perjury.
It's like the jury system, but it's perjury.
Then I want you to keep an eye on him. Next sign of trouble, take him out.
All right, and may I recommend that if he gives you some kind of serum, you do not take it.
Thank you for your advice. I'll take it under advisement.
That's what you do with advice, or you ignore it. Turn and walk away.
All right. So I think let's Dante and Iona get back. What is your plan?
Dante's gonna go to the infirmary because no one let her go.
I want Chaplin to walk me through what happened and find out where if they cost a Marine their life. What did we get out of it?
Okay. Why don't we start with that, and then I'll go to Dante in a minute. So, Chaplin, you're standing there. Dante and Iona get here, arrive. You see Dante immediately head towards the surgery. As you sit there, and the captain comes up to you.
Chaplin,
Yes, Captain.
your actions cost me a Marine. I want a full report. I want to know what the hell happened and what we got out of it. If a Marine died, we better have damn well gotten something.
There is every chance that we got something out of it, but I will need to do more analysis to work out what happened on this table, because it doesn't add up.
How'd you get the wrong blood type?
I'm not convinced that I did. But the
What was
reaction
the
of the
cause
thing.
of death?
It's the only thing that makes any sense because she was the only thing she was exposed to at the time. So we're either looking at a contaminated blood or a reaction to the blood. I wasn't giving her any treatment. I wasn't exposing her to anything. The only thing that was happening was that she was connected to a dialysis machine, and I was taking a blood sample and replacing it with blood from the blood bank. So she is
Sure,
dead.
you got it.
Okay. Taken to the supplies.
Dante, you arrive at the infirmary, and it's got a big biohazard sign put on it.
Cool. I don't like signs. I go in.
Okay, you walk into the surgery. The 1st thing
Mhm.
you notice is that you smell as if something's been burning.
Okay. God, this heartburn's really gone. Am I having a stroke? That's one of the signs of a stroke. Can I look around? Do I see anything on fire? Do I smell burnt
There's
toast?
no smoke or anything like that. It's like a vague after effect, like somebody had lit a candle and then blew it out or something like that.
Like gas?
No. More just like some vague after effect. Something's been burned in the room. But you
Okay.
don't see any signs of burning.
I don't. Do I see any doctors?
No, there are no doctors. There was a quarantine sign.
I don't. Signs are for wusses. And people who care about signs. Did I just inhale bad? I'm bad. Okay, I'm gonna look around and wrap around in the medicine cabinets and see if there's anything good in there.
All right, make a medical aid roll.
Oh God, this isn't like I randomly rifle roll, huh? Hey, that's a success.
Yeah, you think you find some Tums.
Sweet. I just open the box and just start shaking them in my mouth.
It doesn't help.
Just-
Placebo.
Damn, I thought. Can I find any alcohol?
Like medical alcohol, like rubbing alcohol.
Yeah.
Oh God.
You are smart enough to know that drinking like isopropyl alcohol is not the same
No,
as drinking.
she's just gonna whiff it. Take a nice whiff to like.
Okay, it doesn't help either.
Okay.
You thought heartburn, but no.
Am I pregnant? Damn.
Jesus.
I gotta try and figure out what does it still smell like? Do I still smell that weird burning smell, or is it gone away?
No, it's still there. It just kind of lingers.
Can I try and find the source? Is it like I
Sure,
know
you
it's
can
just like
try.
an odor.
Inside the room, there's a surgery table. There's some signs that like some acid may have burned through a part of it. Um, uh, uh, that Chaplin was in here working on that specimen, so that probably shouldn't surprise you too much. There was there's like a medical hood for like getting gases out of the room, stuff like that. It's currently closed. There are some more cabinetries. There's a door labeled supplies, but it looks locked. And then there's also, and that's likely to be fair, where they keep the morphine. They probably don't leave morphine lying around in open medicine cabinets.
Okay.
Which is why I said Tums. You might have gotten some like
Yeah.
Tylenol or something.
Yeah, I get the painkillers. Yeah.
And there's like a like if you've seen the movies, right?
No, no,
You
I
know?
haven't.
Oh, you've not seen the movies? That's a
No,
shame.
no.
So inside the movies, basically, there's this really cool like a bed that you lie down in, and it covers you. It moves you into like this long sort of chamber that closes, and that's like where they scan you
Oh, okay.
for stuff like that. And they've got that whole setup there, and it's computers
Can
and
you
stuff
do-
all connected to it.
Can you do that by yourself, or do you need a second person with you?
You could theoretically do it by yourself. As a matter of fact, there is a movie where
they
not the
use the
same
autodoc
thing,
by themselves.
where they use the autodoc by themselves. But to be fair, the person in that movie was a paleontologist, so somebody not with medical training, but somebody who was like very well educated and could probably work around a machine if she.
Yeah,
If she
I know. I also
it was a great
also-
scene, probably one of the better ones in
I
that
also
film.
like dinosaurs, so I I will. I don't want to try that first.
We're all going to get ourselves killed before we even get to the compound at this rate.
I mean, yeah, that's the point.
And I'd
Can
be having Chaplin
You-
take me back through and see the body. I want to see what happened.
You said there's a gas hood, right?
Yeah,
Just to understand, opening that would then help clear out the weird smell in this room.
no, I mean this is like
If it's like a weird odor, I don't know. Like,
it
would
probably would help with the room.
Okay.
The thing is designed that you put something in it, close it, and then press a button, and whatever's in there is like taken
oh,
out.
it's like eject. Okay, it's like a.
Yeah.
Okay, it's like a. Yeah. Okay. It's a waste.
It's not like one above the stove.
That's what I
Like,
thought
it's
you
not-
meant.
Yes, it's not that kind of hood. Yeah.
Okay.
But you can't see in it right now. It's got like a metal cover kind of thing on it.
Can I just open it?
You could, yeah.
Do I see any of that? You said there's like acid burns around, right?
Yeah.
I did see the acid from the thing up close because it got shot and nearly sprayed on me.
Yeah.
Um,
And
it's
you did not notice this, but oh yeah, you were there when Hammer shot up the guy with the thing in it, right? It was like the session you missed. So like you've seen one of these things get shot up and you didn't see it, but you heard everyone else was telling you about one of these things got shot up when Hammer fired. Defied orders and fired.
Dante was the character that was right next to the alien when it got shot up.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, that's true.
Take a peek. Look in it.
Oh, are you in the room? Have you come in at this point?
Chaplain, where did you put the body? Is it still in the medical area or?
So I'm
Body? What body?
I'm assuming that like the lab area and the surgical area aren't the same space, but in terms of that facility, then yeah, she's still where I did the transfusion.
Okay, so yeah, Dante, there is also a body in the room. It's Wright's body.
Oh, I missed that. There's a corpse.
Well, it's in it. It's off to one side because there's like the lab,
probably got like a sheet respectively laid over it, that kind of thing.
It's
And
a well-concealed corpse.
like a surgical area, a treatment area, a lab area.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Can I look over at the corpse?
Sure. Yeah.
It-
You move it. You
I
see.
recognize it.
Yeah. It probably still is even hooked up to the transfusion machine. I know probably did get moved, but you can probably see the transfusion machine nearby. And there's some indications that like there's been like some needles put in her arms and stuff like that.
Maybe this will fix me.
Like it fixed right.
Yeah. She looks right. She looks right.
Nick is so certain Chaplin is a murderer.
You said that the supplies room was locked.
Yes. It's got like a keypad.
Can I? Oh, it's. I was hoping it was a padlock.
Not in the future.
Can I? Is this person really? Do they have really bad memorization? Do I see it written down on a little note,
No.
sticky anywhere?
No. You can do a contact roll to break in.
1, 2,
Wouldn't be- I
3,
can't-
4.
Sorry.
There's no chance. There's no chance I could just like try and strength it open. It's too solid.
It's a solid door. You could try. Probably not with your bare hands.
There's some machinery in here, right? There's some like.
Okay, so just to clarify, you are going into the Marine Infirmary, taking a
Mhm.
piece of equipment, and forcing yourself into the supply room. Am I correct?
Well, a corpse is in the
I just want to make sure that is your intention. Because right now you're kind of like throwing shit at the wall. I don't know what you're serious about or not.
You know what? I will not do that.
It's like I know like it sounds fun, but
yeah.
I don't think that's a very realistic reaction for a Marine.
No, no.
But a contact roll.
Especially if it is locked, I'm not gonna try contact. I'm gonna try to see if I can. Oh fuck! I'll call the juice. I'll be like, Hey juice, could you help me out with this science experiment thingy?"
Well, anyway, right when you look around, you turn around, and the captain and chaplain have walked into the room.
Oh, perfect timing, Captain. I need to test myself on this bed here because I might be pregnant.
That makes no sense, but if you would like me to run a medical scan, I can do that for you.
Run them on the auto doc. Where's the paperwork the test you're doing? I'm gonna look them over.
I am a woman. It does make sense for a woman to be pregnant.
I know.
You just said it
you.
like
Chaplain, are you going to run the auto doc?
Yeah, I'll set off the auto doc.
Wait, hold on.
I'm keeping an eye. So
you too, Hammer. Hello. Oh, by the way, I assume I cannot take any heavy grenades or guns into this auto dock with me. Look at
It
your
doesn't make a difference. This isn't like
Okay.
you
I'm
could
just
do it. It's weird.
I'll take a gun with me. Why
I'd
not?
like to make a medical aid to look over or something to look over the notes that Chaplain was making for anything suspicious. Observation, maybe.
Sure. Make a medical aid roll, and then follow it by a contact roll.
I'm gonna look at Rat's body.
I'm
Oh,
gonna
you
sit
want me
here
to
with
jump
my
in?
gun.
I'm sorry.
Yeah,
push it.
I followed.
Okay. Yeah. Like I said, you see, like I described to Dante, there's a transfusion machine nearby. There's some signs of like needles being inserted in her arm.
So no successes on the medical tech, and I got a stress on the contact.
Okay. So I
Okay, make a panic roll, Captain.
as I'm like itching at some of the
You're fine. You don't find anything at all that helps you, Captain. It all looks above board to you, but you don't really know.
I'm itching right now at some of the like syringes that are. There's two things I'm gonna like that I know what it looks like when someone dies from an overdose. Does this look like that? And I'm
A sign of somebody with an overdose?
I said I know, like Hammer knows what it looks like when someone dies from an overdose or a poisoning. Again, he
Make a medical aid roll. This is going to be a -2 though, because you're just basing off the like
visual inspection
of the corpse, which is really
No, I know, but I'm also the other thing I was gonna say is I would like to look at the machine itself and whether there's like any suspicious tubes that do not look like blood attached to the dialysis machine, which I don't know how thoroughly someone would have covered their tracks, but is there just a syringe that's not blood there? Or any evidence of one? It's more what I'm asking about.
okay. So you're checking out that. You look at the transfusion machine. You look at the little connections and stuff like that. It looks like it's been, it's well maintained. It looks like it's been put up properly. So whoever put it up last must have taken good care of it. You don't see any signs of that. It looks clean. There's no blood in it. There's no other substance.
And the body itself.
I'm sorry. And did you roll a contact for that? I'm sorry.
Contact,
medtech, medical medicine. You don't see anything in the body.
So one on a contact, 0 on a med.
I'm sorry. No, I didn't mean for you to roll a contact. That's my bad. It was the medical aid one. Yeah, you look at the body. It's a body. You don't know what to make of it.
All right. Once Dante is done in the auto dock, which I'll keep watch on, and
yeah, when you look at the files, there's a screen right there. You just see like the vitals of says like female. It shows Dante's age. You see
look at
like
that.
basic biometrics, things like that, and nothing. No pregnancy. Nothing wrong.
All right. Then yeah, round everyone up and all right, we're moving out.
We gotta go to the armory yet. We haven't gone to
Well,
the armory yet.
You need a mission brief before you know what to arm up on.
I guess.
Captain, I do have an experimental syringe, but I am not confident administering it, given that I don't understand the cause of the Marine's death.
Give it to me.
Okay.
And I'm just going to take the syringe and put it in my.
Now are you applying it to yourself?
No, I'm just pocketing it.
Okay. Sure. Yeah, you've got a syringe. Okay. Yeah. So you stand there and you make your plans. I think. Why don't we take a short break now? Right. This is normal.
Yep,
Right? When we take
yep.
a break, we'll take a break, and then when we come back, hopefully we'll have plans.
Yep, sounds good.
Okay, I'll take us over to break.
Welcome back, everyone. So I'm going to briefly run down our plan.
You only have one grenade.
So everyone's going to load up any equipment that they need for the mission. Chaplain, you're going to be driving our aerial dropship. And your job, once we arrive and you've safely delivered us to our infiltration point, the window on the roof, your job is to take care of their communications and deal with any escapees and stay in the area to retrieve us at the end.
Understood, Captain.
We're going to have our NPCs take the APC and drive it through the front gate, ramming the ATVs and acting as a distraction for the guards out front. And simultaneously, Private Dante is going to use their grenade launcher and put a grenade into the guardhouse. Chaplain will swing us over the window. Hammer, Dante, Iona, and myself are going to rappel, drop in through the window. Our objective is to clear out all of the UPNP, or the UNPP. Can never remember the order of the P's in that acronym. And recover Wolchek alive. As soon as we have identified Wolchek's position, we call in Wayland Yutani.
All right. All right. So you're at the compound. So the sort of the floor of the main level of the compound opens up dramatically as you all climb up into the Cheyenne. For those of you who've seen the movie Aliens, that's the ship that the one female pilot is flying that drops the APC, like drives out of the back of it onto the onto LV 426, and also. And it's the ship that Bishop at the end shows up in and stuff like that to save Ripley and Newt. So
it is armed, so Chaplain should be able to fire missiles.
Yes, although he's not allowed to hurt people.
Not
But he
allowed.
can use it to take out the
Yes, you could use
vehicles.
it to take out vehicles or things like that. That's correct.
Oh no,
so-
he missed and took out people.
So yeah, so you all clamber into the vehicle. You've got those rows of benches on the side, like the big drop down shoulder pad things. You know, there's the song. I won't sing.
Fortunate Son.
The Fortunate Son. Like a sexual Tyrannosaurus.
We will get to the chopper. Yeah, okay.
Son
And
of a
you know,
bitch, I'm in.
that's right.
I'll be back.
Wrong movie. So yeah, y'all climb into the drop ship. It sort of ascends into the sky. You can see that it is now essentially nighttime. Evening has come, and it is sort of a. It's not quite truly dark. There's like a twilight kind of effect. No silvery vampires, just twilight in the actual literal sense of the word. As you fly across through the air, I know. You're all checking your weapons, making sure everything's ready. Some of you are like, maybe Jim Juski is like giving everybody the fucking middle. Oh, he's down the ABC.
He's down there giving everyone the middle
middle fingers. He's driving.
So I'm giving everyone the middle finger.
There you go. Hammer's doing it. You guys are all flying over in the dropship, and you're approaching.
Great. Can I use command to kind of give an inspiring speech in the orders and give everyone a boost?
Yeah, I think so. Because there is the thing where you can use it to give people bonuses and roll towards a certain task.
Well, I did. I just broke down the plan and went over all of that, so I'm wondering.
Okay.
Yeah, is this another rest as well?
Yes, you have enough time for another rest.
With banter.
So, I'm gonna do some playful banter.
What are you doing for your playful banter? I let you get away without explaining it last time.
Well, I feel like this time, we made a bet, did we not? I believe Hammer bet me his hat. You're going to stay to this bet, aren't you?
My hat that, what was it again? I forgot the bet.
Yeah. Here, I have it written in blood.
It's way, way up there. I will give you my hat. I only have my helmet now. My hat is back in my personal effects.
Oh, wait, you said if they dissected and killed her, you'd give me her. She's dead.
Yeah, but they did not dissect her. Yeah, that would. Yeah.
But wait, no, her chest was like open or something, wasn't it?
I'll give you a boot.
No.
Okay, I'll give
All
you
right, soldiers, line up. We are hitting the drop zone here.
Got one boot.
Yes, sir.
I want to see everyone looking alive, looking smart, staying frosty, and no one is getting dead on this mission. I want all of you to come back in one piece. You watch your corner, doors and corners. That's where they're going to get you. We're going to go in. We're going to hit them hard. We're going to hit them fast. We're going to deal with this threat, and we're going to get our Marine back. Is that understood, Marines?
Yes, Captain.
Yes, sir.
I can't hear you. Are we ready to rock
Yes,
and roll?
Captain. Oh,
It's
yes,
the
Captain.
blades of the Captain. It's hard to hear all of them. Sir. Really loud.
Dante is gonna the childproof cap off the Tums and take another swig.
All right, Dante.
Captain, I can see the ATV. It looks like they're ready for the gate.
All right. Flip the lights into the red, ready for action mode. Open the back. Everyone, lock up for repels.
Out of curiosity, by the way, is the grenade launcher is the long range going to be enough?
So remember the way the zones work in this game. You're at close, you're at medium, you're at long, and it is pretty varied. So in this case, when you're out in big open spaces, the ranges are actually bigger. They're usually around 25 feet per range. So that's roughly 75 feet you could shoot the grenade launcher.
So you think could I make a rough estimate that I'd be able to shoot it onto the?
We'll be hovering above the base shortly.
Because we're hovering above.
I'll let you shoot at the guard check.
Okay.
Guard check.
Because I do have the RPG as well. So that's all I wanted to check.
Roof.
I feel like I'm
rusted. All right. Yeah. So you guys are flying over. You're flying below the ground. Chaplain, I want you to just for me real quick make a piloting roll. This is not to see. It's just no. It's not that roll right now. It's just to see how well you kind of come in under to set up.
Okay.
You can't get the shot off. Iona, Dante. You try to get in there, but the thing's shaking so far back and forth that if you try to shoot the grenade, it'd just go wild. As you open up the side panel on the door to shoot out the side.
I thought you were a fucking robot. What happened to turn left here?
Yo, how about?
There's a lot of turbulence. I can't fight against it.
Is there any
You're a
turbulence?
horrible liar. You know
making
that.
shit up right now.
There's turbulence.
Why are you still rolling private?
When we
dice?
hit that roof, nail that guardhouse.
He's a private.
Go,
When
go,
all the
go,
time,
go,
when
go.
all the go, when all the dice are private, none of them are.
That's right. All right, so y'all get to the roof. You open up the back of the ship, and a bunch of ropes kind of fall down, and you begin to sort of climb out and descend towards the house.
I make my command check to inspire
Yes,
them.
please do that. So 1 success. So that gives them a +1.
I will push that.
Oh, okay. Oh, I can't even remember what you get for the extra successes for that. Should be on it's under the command thing.
There's no stunts. It doesn't say that there's any stunts.
Okay, I don't know if pushing it really would have helped you then.
Oh, I thought the more successes I got, the more.
It
bonuses
might
they
be.
would
I have to look it up because that skill's a bit unique. Let me just take a quick look. Command. Come on, there we go. Give orders. No, that is correct. Every hit you get, they get a +1 modification to their roll when carrying out the order you gave. So, what is the exact order?
I ordered all of us to drop and infiltrate in, and for
I think that's
Dante to shoot the grenade.
okay. So Dante's given one order. Everyone else has been given the other, pretty much.
To infiltrate very fast,
unfortunately-
very quick.
Unfortunately, Dante.
No, I said when we hit the roof.
Oh,
I
hit
just
the roof.
said when we hit the roof, Dante takes the guardhouse. We go through the window, and we're trying to shock it off.
Keep in mind, there's a wall between the house and the guardhouse, and the guardhouse is on the other side of that wall. I don't know if you did not see the map very well. I don't think.
Right, but if we're looking from up top from the house, would it have any angle?
Yeah. Not really. So if you look here, you see that's the house.
What about while we're repelling?
I can't
This
pilot well
inner
enough.
wall seems smaller than the outer wall.
It is smaller.
And you said it was only about 9 feet, and the house is 2 stories.
He cannot see the guardhouse, but he could certainly make like a
Could
like
I
a lobbing shot.
could I try and lob it? Yeah.
Yeah, you can make a lobbing shot to see if you get there'll just be a penalty because it's like not a
That's
direct
fine.
shot.
Yeah, I'll try.
All right. So why don't so y'all begin to say, are you going to wait till you get on the roof before you do the shot, or are you going to do it while you're rappelling down?
Would I have a? I guess the question is, would it be harder to try and
It would
lob
be
it, or would it? Then I'll wait until I hit the
Okay.
roof.
So y'all begin to rappel down. As you guys, you sit there, you shoot it out. There's ruckus everywhere in the insurgent base. Like people are you can hear people like voices yelling, "Oh, the fucking Marines are here! The fucking Marines! We gotta, get to the house! Get to the house!" And as you are doing that, I need. Where is the part I'm looking for?
James, you'll have to rearrange.
I'm
those. I accidentally hit the button.
I'm halfway through it.
Crap. But anyway, as you guys are rappelling down, there it is. Yeah. Two insurgents. You see that skylight I mentioned pop open, and you see two insurgents crawling out as you're just beginning to get down there, and they both pull out some RPG launchers.
Oh boy!
And they
Take
take
'em out.
aim. They take aim at the dropship. This is all happening as you're busy climbing down ropes. So it's really hard to whip out your guns.
All right. I will say I have my shoulder mounted chest thing, so I'm gonna just tell the smart gun to kill him.
Well, the smart gun is this big, heavy thing. You can't climb down the rope and pull it out. But let me finish.
Sorry.
They pull it out. They shoot. I need all of you to make a mobility roll, but you all get a +1 bonus to this. So right-click mobility and put in a +1.
Would my command apply to this because the order was to get into the building?
It certainly can.
So we'll get
Uh,
+5.
That'd be
Do we
+1.
only- do we only get it-
Be
do
for
we only get
everyone
one?
except Dante.
Okay.
Yeah, because Dante had a different order.
So base modifier 5.
Yes. No.
What's
You have your
the-
right-click, base modifier.
Where's the extra 4?
My roll.
Thank you. I needed.
Oh, I thought yours was a 3.
I rolled 3 successes.
4 successes total on that command roll. And plus a
I got 2 successes.
I thought it showed mine as rolling 2 as well, but
I
No,
might
that was
be
mine.
confusing because rolling at the same time.
Scott,
That's
you
probably
can
why.
give with that to somebody who fails. That's just
The mobility?
Yeah.
Is that how that works?
Mhm.
Give 1 to another PC in the same situation as you. Yeah, but is it contested or does it just a flat?
It's just surprise. This is just climbing down the rope. This isn't a stealth
Yeah.
check.
Oh, okay, then yeah, I'll give that to Captain.
All right,
Alright.
so Captain, you're going down. You almost maybe feel like you're getting tangled up in the rope when you see that Dante reach over. Like she just lands on the ground, grabs your rope and stabilizes, allowing you to like finish sliding down.
all right.
Okay. Real quick, we're going to jump into the initiative. You are all
Okay.
in the same zone as these insurgents. Let me just take all of y'all, add you to our combat tracker. You go up to the cross swords at the top. You should see the combat tracker, and you can each roll initiative for your characters.
Roll initiative again.
If you go to the upper right, you
Press
see a little
the-
cross swords. The very upper right, next to the
Yep,
chat bubbles. Click that, and then click the die icon next to your character sheet.
Hell yeah.
And lower is better, yeah?
Lower is better. So Hammer, you get down. You get your smart gun out. What do you do?
Unleash goddamn hell on these insurgents. I've been waiting for this for the last 20 minutes, and
All
I'm not patient right now.
Are you doing auto fire?
Oh, hell yeah, I'm going full auto.
All right, add a point of stress and then roll with a +2.
All right, give me 1 second to get that full thing moved. All righty there. So, wait a minute. All righty. Get some. I'm gonna push that.
All right.
You are rolling privately, by the way.
Oh, so sorry. Okay, so that's gonna be a total of 6 successes. I did not mean to roll privately.
All right. That's 6 successes, so that's 5 extra successes. Because you did full auto, you have an option. You can
I'm
spend
gonna-
one of those successes to hit both of them, and then
Yep.
you can divide the remaining ones between them however you want for extra damage.
Yep, I'm gonna hit both of them, and I'm gonna divide. I'm gonna just add 2 to one and 1 to the other. So that's gonna be 5 damage to one and 4 to the other, rather than.
All right, I'll do the one on the left. I'll do that. Let me just check and see. Do they have armor?
I have armor piercing as an FYI, so
Well, it doesn't matter because they don't have armor to begin with. So you did
Just spread
5
them.
more.
oh yeah.
The one that you did 5 to is dead. As you blow the shit out of him with your smart gun.
oh yeah.
The other one, however, is still alive, so you know how many hit points they have.
Get some.
All right, that brings us next up is Hammer goes, fuck you. All right. Chaplain, you're actually up on the ship. Are you going to do anything while you're up there?
There was the option. This is armed. There's some vehicles.
Yeah, so this is a dropship. I can tell you what it's armed with very quickly. Vehicles. Cheyenne Series VTOL tactical dropship. It is armed with a 25mm Gatling gun, an MK16 150 Banshee 70 unguided rocket launcher, 7 AGM 220C Hellhound 2 tactical missiles, and 3 AIM 90E headlock air-to-air missiles.
Okay, I'm gonna move away from being over the house to being over the yard. And I see from the map there's like a line of vehicles. Are there guards or anything swarming around them at the moment?
The guards are not running towards the vehicles because they're running towards the house.
They're running towards the house. Okay, I'm gonna Gatling gun the vehicles.
All right, no roll required for that.
Okay.
Because really it's just descriptive, and you're just making sure they can't get away.
Yep.
They're big targets. So you just go over, you hover, you see like the ship slide over to the side.
It's
then, like,
also
your
chaos
Gatling
and
guns
noise and destruction and
That's
yeah.
right. The Gatling gun, like you see, it, like spinning up, and then it goes. You see like bits of the AT 4-wheelers, ATVs being blown to crap as tires go flying over the place. Several of the guards that are running the house now running like to the shack and stuff like that. You see 2 guards that you hadn't noticed inside the shack, and like they suddenly like, oh crap, and like they're getting like a smart gun together.
Okay.
Dante, it's your turn.
Following my orders, I'm going to basically take a stable position, aim, and try and lob a grenade,
All
the
right.
grenade launcher.
I'm gonna give a -3 for the indirect shot, which means altogether
+1.
+1. Thank you.
So this is
We didn't comment it too much, but just point out the player named Frosty told everybody to stay frosty earlier. Just letting you know.
I did it deliberately. It was deliberate.
Stay me, everybody. Stay me.
Well, it's also a quote.
I know it's it's funnier though.
Yeah.
The fact that it's your name.
and I don't add anything else to this, right?
Correct. Just put a plus. Just put a 1 in the base modifier. You hit.
Okay.
It's 9 damage to begin with, so you get an extra 1 for that. So you see this explosion. There's this big piece. All the people out in the yard, like the ones who are running towards the guard shack, are like foam back onto their backs as this big fireball erupts because it's a movie. The guardhouse, and like bits of shrapnel flying all over the place.
And that's a slow action, right?
That is a slow action. So you still have a fast action, and that would have been true for Hammer as well. Chaplain, you moved the gunship.
What?
But-
Okay.
But for a fast action, all you really could have done, Hammer, is like move like one zone. So you could have tried going down the skylight.
Well, the thing is, I can't see anything else on the map, so
Right. You don't know. Well, you don't know what's in the skylight, and off the edge of the roof is the edge of the roof. So there
Could
really isn't
I-
a place for you to go.
I mean, the thing is, I know I can. So this is a legit question. We're in this zone. I know I could shoot into other zones, but I cannot see those other zones. Could I have fast move to reveal them as I'm looking for more targets?
Yeah. Well, you can walk to the edge of the house. So here, let me show you because you didn't see this earlier because you were not on.
I
there.
did not. Yeah.
So just so you know, this is the bigger map.
Okay.
You're now on the roof, so you see you have this area here,
Yeah.
and then you have this smaller wall here, and you have this the guardhouse is on the other side of the wall. So that's just what Dante's blown up. These are the ATVs
Gotcha.
that Chaplin blew the shit out of. So you really just have this inner area. And the description I was giving earlier, there's nobody in the inner area. All the guards that you saw were in the outer area.
All right.
So you have no targets.
Well, that sucks.
But I mean, you wouldn't have been able to shoot them this turn anyway. But you did not have to use your fast action to move to the edge because the thing is, this whole roof is a zone, and you exist in the entire.
I know. I know. I was just asking about the rest of the map.
Yeah. So yeah. Iona, it's your turn.
Sorry, I did have one thing I wanted to do. Sorry, that the client asked. Could I try and basically get? I know once again, moving within the zone is not a fast action, but basically get to the transmitter, and just sort of take cover behind it.
Sure. Yeah. Well, taking
Okay.
cover is I believe is a fast action. We'll
Mhm.
check that.
Oh, okay. Well, then I would have taken cover behind the wall.
Yeah. You just describe like what in the zone you're taking cover behind, and that's what it is. I'm just going to double check that it is indeed a. There's a table in here I'm looking for. Yeah. Seek cover is a fast action. That's when you take cover in the same zone. So you're both
Okay.
behind cover. And
Yeah.
just point out because of the abstractness of the way cover works in this game, that means that unless they get into like engagement range with you, you basically would have cover from somebody shooting.
Yeah. So I'm just gonna chill with Dante behind the trainer.
That's right.
You do.
Like you both down behind each other, totally up. Somebody pulls out a cigarette or something.
Oh yeah. I pull out a cigar. Now the fat lady sings, and I pull off one of my boots, and I was like, "Here, you can have this." It's still covered in
I'd
blood.
throw
from
the boot.
insert.
It's your turn.
We are in engaged range with this guy right here, right?
You are currently in short range. Engage range is melee combat.
Right.
But you can do a fast action to go into engage
I'm
range.
gonna go into engage. Like my fireflight's gonna kick in here. I'm
Right.
gonna pull up my knife. And I'm gonna go into engaged range on this one.
Jeez.
And you're going to do a melee attack? All right,
Yes.
interesting. You got all these guns, but I want to make it close and personal.
Right.
I mean, he's already like bleeding from many, many different holes. So if you fuck this up, we're not gonna let you live it down.
All right.
So, close combat.
So this one's a bit different. So you make a close combat roll,
Okay.
and they can choose to block the attack to avoid being hit, but it is a fast action. They're going to this is the one that goes after you. So they are going to use their fast action
Try to block it.
to block.
Okay. So what does that mean? Do I
So you both make close combat rolls, and every hit he takes removes one of your hits.
Okay. I'm gonna push that.
Okay. Yep. You got one hit.
Okay. I can push this twice. This
Right,
is a
because of
strength
your
check.
special thing. So make sure you click that box
Yep.
to allow multi push
First
before you do.
push. 2. and
Okay.
I'm gonna push it one more.
Well,
time.
hold on. Before you
Oh.
do that,
Okay.
you as a player know he has 1 hit point left, right?
Right. Yeah, that's true.
You have now successfully hit him.
Mhm.
You do your knife. Didn't say how much damage it does, but it's at least 1 point of damage, and you got an extra hit. So you're doing 2 points of damage. He has 1 life left, and you know he has no armor.
Okay.
He's dead.
Taking pennies. Never mind. Okay.
Yeah. I mean, do you want to push it? Because you're not going to get any benefits for pushing it.
No, I'm not gonna push again.
Okay.
But
That was awesome.
Well,
You're gonna be
You
extra
want to describe
overkill.
You like go, you rush
Yeah.
up and
rush up and I kind of like I guess he's holding a launcher, right?
Yeah.
So I kind of like knock the launcher away with my offhand, and as I do, kind of plunge the knife into like up into his sternum.
Yeah.
It is straight up into like just beneath the rib cage and just cause as much havoc as I can with it.
Yeah, you like rip, like turning it around. The guy is screaming,
Mhm.
blood's pouring everywhere.
Oh, fuck yeah! Hey, damn!
And he falls over and like he like slumps for a bit, and then like there's like a moment where he kind of is like standing, but he's already dead, and he just falls off the side of the roof. And you hear,
Only- You're all right, Owen.
And that'll be my turn.
that's the end of the fight. Nobody else comes out of the skylight. So what are you gonna do?
We've got to go down, don't
Get in
we?
the skylight.
We
yeah.
turn we turn on each other.
Ah.
Could I can I put a grenade on the transmitter as we go down?
Sure, make a Comtech roll.
Is it Comtech to just chuck a grenade at it?
Oh, you just want to check a grenade? So you want to blow it up now? Are you going to like wait till everybody gets inside the building?
Yeah.
Are you gonna
I'm
do it right
waiting
away?
until everybody gets down the skylight. I'm going
Right,
last.
right.
I'm just gonna...
So okay.
All right,
my
So
approach-
here's what I'm gonna do, because technically it was my turn next, and I was gonna do an attack action.
Sure.
Is go to the skylight, open it up, my electronic stun grenade into like down the skylight, close, let it go off, and then we breach.
So you go over, you throw your stun grenade. When you open it up, you don't see anybody there. But you can't tell much. You think you see like maybe like a railing or something like that. You see a hallway that you're throwing it into. You toss it down there, close the gun. There's like it goes off, and then you guys go down.
And then it's Iona, then Hammer.
On
me.
point.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, you use that knife so goddamn well. Of course you're on.
And Dante taking up the rear, take out the satellite as we. Yep.
Hammer's like aggressively.
All right, so I'm going to be onto the next map. You see that little grid square? That's the bottom of the skylight. So you're actually on a landing. There's nobody on the landing. So unfortunately, you did waste your grenade, but it's good tactic because you don't know that. So yeah. Let me
remove that grenade.
Yeah. So there are two doors that you see on either side. and a ladder leading up to the skylight that's there.
Can you
Uh,
tell us or?
well, no, because
Oh,
because I'm about to describe more, and this is when Frosty, like Silva, has just gotten down to the bottom. You hear horrific screaming and wild gunfire coming from the room right next to you here, and then all of a sudden it goes quiet.
I need you to move my token.
I can't.
Oh,
Oh,
no.
I'm sorry. That's
Yeah.
why somebody was asking about that because I moved the wrong person.
Yeah.
I was going first. I'm on point.
Yeah, Iona went first, then
I-
Hammer,
yeah,
then me.
Oh, I'm
so
sorry.
Frosty, if
Yeah,
it
so
was Iona, then,
Yeah, so Iona, that's what you see. Correction.
Okay, I'm kicking down that door.
All right, so you go there. Are you going to wait for everybody else to come down?
No.
I'm right behind her.
Yeah, I'm kicking on the door. First thing I get
Alright.
down if I hear that.
All right. So I'm just going to put everybody on the roof in their order. Hammer was there, Dante, and then Silva, and then Dante's bringing up the rear. There we go. That way y'all are in all in order. All right. Okay. You kick open the door. All right.
Is it a wandering monster, or do I get to loot the room? Sorry,
You
don't
know.
know if anyone ever played Munchkin.
Yes, a great game. So, as you kick down the door, you notice that something has damaged the door frame here. You're not sure what. You kick open the door, and only faint planet light, that twilight I was describing about, sort of falls through the high set window, through the metal kind of coverings I was describing. So it like creates a sort of shafts of vague twilight across the room. You see a broken chair and loose ropes are the only things that stand out at the room's center. There's a steady hum that permeates the air, and it seems to be coming from like the other, like there's like an alcove around the corner, and it's coming from there. But you're too focused on the horrific sights in the room. By that alcove are 6 bloody corpses, their necks snapped, lying on top of each other like a nest. Curled up in the pile is this pale, gaunt woman. You recognize her immediately as Sergeant Walksett, the person you're looking for. You see veins crawling up her neck. They're black. Her skin is slick, sweaty. She stakily stumbles to her feet, looking at you like she's about to devour you. Her black, solid eyes, crazed and open, reflect the planet light that's coming through. I need some relief. I need you to make for me a wits roll. No skill, just the attribute.
All right. That's a success.
All right. She looks at you and you peer into those empty black voids. And for a moment, you feel like you might be lost. But you snap out of it at the last moment, remembering your place. She moves to go past you out the door. Okay. So this is all happening. Hammer, I'm going to say, with all that was happening, you have made it to the base of the skylight. You're there at the ladder. You don't see all this. I'm going to move you just real quick because you went through the door I own, so you're in the room.
Yeah.
You said you kicked down the door.
If I see, I would say, if Hammer sees someone kicking down the door, he's looking in the door. He's not like.
No.
Well, Hammer's supposed to
Well,
be right behind Iona.
no,
this is
keep in mind. Iona got to the bottom of the ladder. I described it, and Evan immediately said, "I want to kick down the door." And I asked him, "Are you waiting for everybody else to get down?" He said no.
No, yeah.
So I'm saying he kicked down the door because you're right behind him. You are at the base of the ladder, but he was moving ahead, and I specifically asked Evan.
Yeah.
So, okay. So Evan, she's moving past you towards the door. Hammer, I'll give you a moment to react in just a second. I just want to know what Iona's doing immediately as she seems.
Who is this?
This is the other AWOL soldier that you're here to get.
What
We're supposed to take alive.
What is their rank?
Watchsick is
Sergeant?
I think a sergeant, yeah. Because Wright was the leader of them. Watchsick is a sergeant, yes. Wright was a lance corporal, yeah. So
Okay.
was Reese.
Iona will yell out to this Marine. I can tell something's wrong. I'm not quite sure what. Stand down. Chaplain is inbound. We can get you some medical attention.
Okay. Are you stopping her physically from leaving the room?
I'll ready my gun if she does not.
Okay. She is leaving the room.
She is. Okay.
She is walking past you at the door.
So
Hammer, you are now like outside the door.
I'm gonna shoot.
You can see Watchstick walking towards you, described as I described you earlier, and you just heard Iona say that. And Silva, you have just gotten to the base of the ladder.
I know what Hammer's gonna do.
I'm gonna shoot. Yeah.
All right.
Open fire.
Okay, I'm just gonna move you. I'm gonna move you there. I need to drop Watchstick's token onto
Hell no.
Marines onto the map,
I have seen
and I'm going
bug
to take you.
bursters and chest bursters.
Unfortunately, James, you're probably gonna have to sit this one out. Okay, everyone, please roll your initiative.
Ooh.
Well, how do we do if there's 2 6s? What happens there?
You're supposed to like roll off, but because it's both PCs, I'll let you decide which one goes.
Can I go first since I'm down there?
It's between you and Dante. Dante, are you cool with that?
I'd actually ask if I could go first because I'm not down there.
Oh yeah, that makes sense. Yeah.
I need to still blow the comms tower.
Okay,
That's
yeah.
fair.
All right. So okay, sounds good. So Watchsick gets to go. She looks at Hammer as she walks past. Hammer, make a wits roll. No skill, the attribute.
Oh no.
I actually, you know what? I'm not bad at this.
No, I told you that before because you're like, I'm gonna play him kind of dumb. And I pointed out to you his wits isn't that bad.
I know, but
He only
But you just
pretends.
intelligent. No.
Yeah,
Nick
it's
Moran, it's not
smart.
intelligence. It's more like sharpness.
sharpness 1.
Yeah.
I'll let that sit.
Yeah, there's no benefit to an extra success here. So you can't ask me that for rolls like this if you don't know.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
I did know because I
You saw it happen. You saw it happen with Evan. Yeah. So yeah, you just like with Iona, those black, empty voids look into you, and you feel for a moment that you're lost in the endless depths that they represent. Where you snap out of it. But you block her way, so she's not able to move past you just yet. That's Watchik's turn. Silva, you're at the base of the ladder. Hammer and you are in this zone here. And this room here is another zone. I should clarify that as well. So technically, I know Hammer, I was describing that you had just gotten to the door, but in reality, both you and the captain are just in the same zone. So just so you know, Frosty, Hammer isn't blocking you from doing anything in that room if you wanted to shoot or do something.
I am going to quick action give Hammer the order to take Wojciech alive, pin her down. And I'm going to, using the command action, which I can do as quick, and I'm going to use my other quick action to call in Wayland Utani.
Okay. So you call Miss Eckford.
Yeah, that's Eckford.
She is a mile away, and she would have to get through whatever's going outside in the front yard. So just so you know, your character would probably realize she's not going to make it there before whatever's going down what's happening, unless you do succeed in pinning down Watchsick.
I know.
Okay.
But
Okay,
I'm going to try and make that clear that they have to get here as fast as possible.
Miss Eckford says, "I'll be right there."
Did you give me the command to take her alive as well?
Yeah, I'm just shouting. I mean, I
Yeah,
can
take
only
her
give
alive.
a
So you're not
direct.
specific. You're doing a general command to take her
Yeah.
alive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just so you guys know, that means you only will get this bonus if you try to take her alive.
Oh yeah, I know. Hammer's gonna ignore that.
I know. I know. Frosty, make your command roll. Frosty, make a panic test.
Nobody's listening. Oh no.
The stress of this situation, like she looks fucking weird. We gotta take her alive. You gotta save your Marines, Frosty. You gotta
Yeah,
save the
I
Marines.
got to save them. I got to
You
keep
gotta
them alive.
save them. But she's so fucking looking. What the hell's wrong with her, Frosty? What's wrong with her?
I know exactly what Hammer's gonna do here. Unfortunately.
So
You
yeah,
are facing further
but
disciplinary
just so
action
you
if
guys
you.
know,
Mhm.
those successes still count. That's still a successful roll because the panic test. Some of them say the roll no longer doesn't count as a success.
So we
But
get
if
a
something
+2.
like this, it still works. So yes, if you try to take her alive, you'll get a +2 bonus to rolls to try to take her alive. All right, that was Silva's turn. Okay, Dante. Oh,
Cool. Yeah.
okay, yeah. All right. Yeah. Yeah. So it is Dante's turn. Dante, you're on the roof. You're ready to blow up the communications thing. Yeah.
Yeah. I was gonna sort of start to climb down the skylight. So like I have the hatch above me, fire on the comms relay, and just immediately try and.
I think that works. Yeah. Yeah. Make
Okay.
make a range attack roll.
That was my job.
Okay.
It's
Stole it.
everybody's job.
This is just straight. Yeah. No.
Yep,
No mod.
just straight up normal roll, no penalties. It's right there. Yep, big
100%.
explosion happens on the roof. You get down, right? You see Hammer is looking through the door. I'm not sure what expression he has on his face. He probably has this like slightly lost
Murderous.
quality that's turned murderous. Yeah.
And I hear the command to take her alive. Okay.
But you don't see Iona, and you haven't seen Watchsick yet.
Okay, that's my turn because that was a slow
Yep,
impact.
that was a slow action and a fast action to move from one zone to another.
Okay,
Hammer.
I have a question. Is there such a thing in this game as a ready action?
Oh gosh.
Because
gosh.
again, what I would like
Yeah,
to do is
there is.
okay, so I was thinking, so again, Hammer is he hates people. He's not super dumb.
There's
And-
not. Just so you know, there's not a ready action. There's something called Overwatch. As a fact action, you can assume Overwatch position in a specific direction, as long as you have a ranged weapon and no enemies within engage range, which you don't have.
Right. So basically, what I would like to do is yell to Iona.
Yeah.
Because I've seen that weird things bleed acid. Iona, get the hell out of there! And I'm gonna Overwatch. And the second Iona leaves,
Okay.
watch it.
Yeah. Because it's a fast action to do Overwatch, and then basically you're saving your slow action.
Correct, and
For
that's
later.
what I would expect. Yeah.
Yep.
I will also, just for flavor, I will move away from the exact spot where the door is because that seems like an unhealthy.
It does
place
feel
to be.
weird, doesn't it? Like
Yeah.
you're all in the same zone, and in something like
Yeah.
this, like everyone can look through the door. At
But
once
anyway,
and have
I'm basically telling Iona, get the hell out of there. And then the second Iona gets out, open fire.
Iona, it's your turn.
Hammer, you fucking idiot. It's a direct order. We're taking her alive. I'm gonna move into engage range and make a close combat roll.
All right. You have fun with that.
Yep. Okay.
So in this case, Mother, may I ask a question? In the completely unlikely event that Watchek rips Iona's face off, will my Overwatch go off?
Yes, I would allow it to go.
Okay, thank you.
Close combat.
Yep. Make a roll. So
I'm gonna push that.
Okay. Just keep on before you push it. I just want to let you know,
Mhm.
to pin somebody to grapple them.
It's 2 successes, right?
Yeah, it's a stunt. If you grapple your opponent as a stunt in close combat.
Yes. Yep. I'm
Okay.
gonna
Oh,
push that.
did you add the extra 2 dice for following?
Oh, I did not. Should have
Just go ahead. If you go down to the bottom
Yep.
left to the macros, remember there's that black die icon on the macro thing. Yeah.
2 successes.
Do you want to push before she rolls?
Yes, I will, because she's gonna block, I imagine.
She's going. She's going to block.
She's already gone though. Does she have a fast action to block with?
Oh, that is true because you get them at the beginning of the turn. So no,
Right.
she would.
She didn't really do anything.
She did. She didn't do anything.
Okay. So I'm gonna push that.
She didn't leave the room.
So it's just down to straight, right?
Yep.
Yes. Okay, so I'm gonna push.
Make a panic roll.
Why did it didn't roll any dice?
It did.
Oh, you didn't click the allow multi-push, I think.
Also, though, I will say
I did.
every time you pushed, you have to add a stress, and you haven't been doing that.
I was clearly stressed. It's just I'm pushing.
No. The reason why it didn't do it is because you rolled it off of the 2 die rolls you made. And the way pushing works, it rolls all your failures. You had no other failures on the 2 die roll. You needed to push the previous roll you made.
Okay. So can I push that real quick then?
Yeah, but reduce your stress by 1 before you do it. Otherwise, because you just added a stress to your character sheet. You should only have 1 stress.
I just pushed the right one and it did not roll anything again.
There's a little button which says allow multi-push.
Yep,
Have you turned it on?
I have.
Oh.
Should I just re-roll close combat? Push.
I just rolled for it. It worked just fine.
Okay.
You got 2 more successes.
So 2 more successes. So I have enough to grapple.
Yeah, she only rolled 1 success.
Right.
So you've grappled her. The only action you can perform is a grapple attack. So it's just like a normal unarmed attack, but it's a fast action and cannot be blocked. You have
I'll do
grappled her.
Okay. And I have another success as well. I would like to trade initiative.
Okay. Yeah. So let me just change because I'll have to go in here and
I have a question.
yeah.
I did not get a chance because I was doing the speech and prepping and reviewing for everything to go over the gear I was going to grab. Can I have grabbed like handcuffs and stuff to have because that was always the plan, was to bring this person live.
Yeah, I'll allow that. Sure.
Not trying to meta. I just did.
No, I understand that. I'm cool with that. You may not have known you needed the handcuffs because you might have thought she was willing, but I'll let you. I think it's reasonable enough that you would still brought it in case she wasn't willing, because you had reason to think she wouldn't be willing either. She might.
We knew that she was infected, so
yeah, you did. All right. So I know that's your turn. So start the initiative. Hey, guess what? It's Diana's turn again.
Hey everyone.
So what are you gonna do now that you have her grappled?
So I had to get 2 successes to knock her to the ground, correct? Close combat roll, because it's an extra 1.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay, so I'm gonna try to knock her to the ground.
Okay, so you're gonna make a close combat roll to knock her to the ground.
Mhm.
Okay. She would still. You have her grappled. But I think she would still make a close combat roll to avoid being pushed to the ground.
Okay. So roll mine.
Yep.
Push that.
Okay.
Add the stress.
Yep.
All right, you got 2 successes.
I can push that again,
You
but I
can.
don't have to. I can. It's a strength check, but I don't have to.
Okay, because I rolled first.
Mhm.
She'll let you finish it first. But yeah, so yeah, she's pinned down.
Perfect.
All right. Silva, it is your turn.
we're gonna move in and try and put the cuffs on her.
All right, sure. You go in. She's pinned down. You manage to get the cuffs on her. Yeah. Dante, you watch over. You see, Walksick being pinned down, and Iona and Silva. And just so you know, Silva, there was a fast action to move into the room, and then a slow action to put the cuffs on.
That's what I figured.
So you're in there with them. You see them. They've got Walksick pinned. They got the cuffs on her. Walksick is like looking around frantically.
Okay. Following orders, they seem to have that covered. So, which way did we came in from this way, right?
No, you came in from where your token is. You see this little line grid
Oh,
here.
okay, cool.
That's
yeah, yeah, yeah.
where the skyline.
Is that just like a?
It's a ladder that goes up. Those are stairs going down to the first floor. This is an open landing.
And there's a door here as well, right?
There is a door there.
I would like to breach that room.
Sure. Yeah. So you open up the door. You see basically just an empty bedroom.
Anything of note in here on a cursory
really.
glance?
No,
Okay.
not really.
So I guess would it be just like fast to open the door, or
Yeah, I'd say it was unlocked, so yeah, I'd say it's a fast action.
okay? Can I use the rest of the fast action to then try and get to the stairs and move to the next zone?
You want to go downstairs?
I don't want to go all the way down, but I want to go like.
And then
is
it's
it where
not
I can
moving.
get, like...
Then it's not moving to a different zone.
Oh, okay.
You can see down. You basically see a foyer at the
Do I
base
see
of the
anyone?
stairs here. You can see you can see that door out, the one that I was describing earlier that was locked. It's at the base of the stairs here. You don't see anyone in the foyer.
And this foyer that I can see, there's nothing else to it. It's just that foyer.
It's just a foyer.
Okay.
There's
So
a
I think I'll...
door right around here-ish that
Mhm.
leads to another
room. So I won't use my fast action to go downstairs then. I
Okay.
will use my fast action and I will go on Overwatch. Specifically,
No.
oh, sorry.
When you go on Overwatch,
Mm-hmm.
you spend your fast action to go on Overwatch, but to use your Overwatch, you then have to use the slow action you didn't spend on your turn. Because you open up the door and that's one, you either get one fast action and one slow action, or you get two fast actions. You've already opened up the door for the fast
So
action.
I can't do
a
Overwatch.
fast action or a slow action
A
left.
slow action.
So you can't go into Overwatch, and because you don't have, then you would have no more actions left.
Okay.
To use the Overwatch.
Yeah.
Call in for. Sorry, no, I can't say anything.
Well, we're gonna need an extraction, so I'm gonna go down and try and. Actually, fuck it. No, I'm gonna use my grenade launcher and I'm gonna fucking blow open the door, just from all the top of the stairs. I'm gonna shoot down at the locked door and see if I can blow it off the hinges.
Yeah, make an attack roll.
I'm explosives expert. Come on, to success.
All right, you blow it down there. It blows a big chunk out of the wall, and the door gets blown off its hinges.
Okay.
All right.
Secured an exit, Captain.
Hammer.
I am in Overwatch. I do not trust this situation, and I am fully convinced that this person is about to eat somebody. So I'm readying Betsy to unleash a full storm.
Watch is going to go, and I'm just going to say, Nick, please don't interrupt me. You'll get a chance to act.
I know. I will.
All right. Because sometimes I start a description, and somebody's like, I want to shoot. I'm like, why don't we finish first? Watchik shrieks. And sort of like, you got the handcuffs. You didn't specify in the front or behind. I'm going to take some liberties here and say it was in the front. And starts ripping out tufts of her own hair as she's like in Iona's arms. It's not just hair. You realize that it's not just hair. She's actually started peeling away her scalp with her hair. And her skull bubbles out of the back of her head, elongating as something wet and black inside her sort of splinters her jaws and spits her teeth at you. Her body is next. Bones buckle and dislocate under impossibly elastic skin, rearranging themselves into something hideous. Watching screams shift from madness to monstrous with a wet pop. Her spinal cord distends, spills down her leg like a bony black tail. Fluted tubes erupt from her back. Stretched past any limit, her dermis finally rends, revealing a smooth, cylindrical, skulled beast wearing a morbid mask of a woman's face. How this behemoth fit inside her is beyond comprehension. The watchsick thing sloughs off her flesh suit. Her nose slides down her now sable skull. Mad eyes tumble from even sockets to roll across the floor. In their places, nothingness. Two Stygian voids where eyes should be, set in a metal mouth skull face attached to a long curved head. No longer humid, the monster that was watchsick can only be called alien. Hammer. Do you shoot? Keeping in mind that both Silva and Iona are currently in engagement range.
Decisions.
Silva, Iona, get the fuck out of there! Like I said, you fucking idiots! And I am still in Overwatch.
All right,
I will say, if they do not leave by the end of Silva's turn, I will open fire.
Okay.
Also, I am presuming that if it eats somebody, I'll open fire. Like hair trigger. Hair trigger is the way to think of what Hammer is on right now.
All right. The creature that was once watchsick, on the next combat round goes first. Because I just rolled a 1 on one of those
That's
two
unfortunate.
rolls. It's unfortunate for you.
Yeah.
Because you're the one it is attacking, because you're the one who has it pinned.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So, a dismissive slap. Judging the victim unworthy of the effort, that it whirls and lashes its tail at you. It rolls with, oh wow, 8 dice, damage 1. It got 2 successes, so for 3 successes, if it hits, it throws you to the floor. So you get thrown into the floor in an adjacent zone. So you were engaged, so you're now thrown onto the floor, like just in the room.
Mm-hmm.
It drops all handheld items, and you must make a panic roll. You also, by the way, it's 3 damage. And so I need you to make an armor roll as well to soak the damage.
And I'm not holding anything currently because I was grappling, right? So don't drop anything.
I'm going to say that you probably dropped your gun because you either would have had to drop it to grapple them,
Okay.
or you would have had, or you had it in your hand now.
He didn't have his gun out; he had his knife out. So
It's a smart gun.
Would you have taken point without your gun out?
No, probably not.
fair point. Fair point.
Okay, so what my armor?
So you take 3 damage.
Ow.
That's one of the
That's
the
rough.
lighter attack.
That hurt.
And make a panic roll.
That's when she can't be bothered with you.
Yeah, I will say Hammer is once again proving he is the smartest fucking person here.
You now have a nervous twitch. Your stress level and the stress level of all NPCs within short range of you increased by 1. So your stress level goes up, and Silva's stress level goes up by 1.
Okay.
And then it's going to move. It moves into the hallway. Hammer, make your attack roll because it's no longer within range of engagement range. Unless, Frosty was grappling it. So.
Okay, my question is: it's not within engagement range of.
And it moved out of it. It's moving past you.
Okay, because I'm not dumb.
No, you're not dumb.
That's
That's why I went to you and asked you now if you're going to shoot it.
Yes,
okay.
I am absolutely going to open fucking fire on this thing.
Okay, go for it.
And just keep in mind, this is still my action from my last round, so full auto.
Actions reset at the start of the round. Let me double check that.
But so then, how do held actions work? Because I was taking Overwatch.
Yeah.
Because otherwise, it wouldn't be like. Because then Overwatch would never. Because if I took Overwatch at 9, I couldn't take Overwatch.
Yeah, Yeah, I'm
I feel like
thinking.
the-
I'm thinking. Yeah, I'm thinking it probably
Yeah.
carries on to your
Yeah,
into your next turn.
yeah,
That would make
exactly.
the most sense. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Well, go ahead.
Cool.
Go ahead and make your attack.
That's 3 successes. I will push because I want to destroy this thing. Oh my god, no more. Well, that's still 5 damage.
That is. Well, it's 5. Yeah,
Armor
that's 6
piercing.
damage. 6 damage.
6 damage, right?
3 plus your 3 extra hits.
Yes.
All right. It does get armor. It is armor piercing, which I'm including. You reduced it by 2, so you did a total of.
Didn't he get 4 extra hits because of the he also rolled a stress success.
No,
But remember, he got 4 hits. 1 hit
Oh, the
means
fir-
he
the
hits, so
first
it's
one.
3 extra hits.
Yeah,
So
3.
you got a
So it's
total of
6.
6. The base damage 3 plus 3
Yep. Mhm.
extra hits.
Yep.
How does
And
armor
it's-
piercing factor in there?
Half the armor dice.
Half the armor, so
Half
it
the
just
armor.
rolled 4 armor
As opposed to 8.
as opposed to 8.
Oh, fun.
It's okay. I get to go again before it does.
Well, except it's not going to. Well, its turn's not over
Fuck.
yet. So that was a total of 6 minus 2. That's 4. All right. It's going to move into engagement range with Dante.
Again.
It can just smell the fear.
Just smell the beer, yeah. There's actually a reason for it. I'm just not sharing what that reason is. Actually, no. Oh, Dante, I made a mistake before. It ignores you,
Oh,
and it goes down to the foyer below.
I made a door for it.
Yep, that's its turn. Oh, no, it's your turn.
Uh,
You are currently prone, so it would take you a fast action to stand up.
and then a fast action pick my gun up, right?
It would.
Well, that's my fucking turn.
Okay. Silva, it's your turn.
Hammer, out of curiosity, is there a way to do crippling shots in this game, or is it just lethal
No.
or not? No.
So you throw it out.
Okay.
I have a giant fucking smart machine.
I'm just wondering if we could take its legs off. Am I able, because I'm technically everywhere in this zone,
Yeah.
and would be able to be on the foyer and see on the landing
would.
and see the foyer,
You
so I
would.
can see it.
That's right.
I'm
It's
just
only one
firing.
zone away, so it'd be
Yeah.
at medium range from you. Your gun's long range, so yes.
Yeah. I'm gonna fast order hammer, take it out, and giving the command, and then slow action gunning this thing down. It is
No,
not taking
no,
over.
Frosty. Misunderstanding. You're in this room, which is one zone. The landing is a separate zone, and the foyer is a third zone.
Oh. Okay.
It moved 2 zones on its turn. Xenomorphs can do that, and still.
Then I will stay here. And is Hammer in the room with me?
No, Hammer's in the landing.
I'm in the room.
I will fast action order Hammer and Dante both to take that thing out, and with extreme prejudice. And I'm just going to give each an order.
Do you have to be in short range? Does it say you have to be in short range to do that?
Nope, it just says I can.
Okay, so then you still have a fast action or a slow action.
No, because it's I have to. Oh, because it's one command, so whichever
It's
one
one command.
follows it.
Well, you still have to make the command roll.
Yeah.
Yeah. I guess if you were doing it for both, you would have to roll 2 command rolls, 1 for each.
Yeah, I'm giving each of them.
Okay, so that's the hammer one because hammer was the first one you mentioned.
Hell yeah!
So make another command roll for Dante.
Love it.
All right, Dante.
I'm gonna get my bug squishing glasses on.
Cool. With that command, I'm going to, using the grenade launcher that I still have out, fire a grenade at it.
All right, make an attack.
Because
roll.
it's not in the same zone as me anymore, right?
Correct. With the +3.
Okay. So this will be grenade launcher. I forgot to add the +3. I'm sorry.
That's right, but you missed. Oh, we'll roll 3 more
I-
dice using the black dice on the macro.
How many base die? Right?
3.
3. Okay. Can I push this as well?
You can. We'll have to do it manually though. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So roll the macro with 11 dice.
Okay, and then I can get manually increase my stress by 1, right?
You have to
Yeah.
do that first. And then roll. So yeah, do that first.
Yeah.
And then roll.
Okay, so manually increase. And then how many base dice? 11. How many stress dice? 1?
1.
This gotta be good, right?
All right. So that is
Damn.
3.
3 successes. No, well, the
Which-
original, 3 successes total.
Which for a grenade launcher. By the way, for the frag grenade, we said it was 9 earlier, but actually I was reading the thing for it, and there's a bonus 1. So it says
That's your hit roll, not your damage, and it's already included in your die roll if you count the number of dice you rolled.
oh, because it says a target hit by the frag grenade suffers explosion damage plus power 9 plus 1 extra point. That's just the
No,
hit.
that's different. That's different.
Okay. So yeah.
But I think the one thing to note with frag grenades, I do not think they're armor piercing.
They are
They're
not
not.
armor piercing. No.
Yep, it's still alive.
A lot of damage though.
Whoa,
Ooh,
big damage though.
yeah.
Hammer, your turn.
Man, if only I rolled better on my damage roll.
I'm gonna. Okay, I'm going to. Hey, we can work this out peacefully. No, I'm gonna fucking full auto this motherfucker
Okay, make your attack roll.
with an additional 3. I know, and
2.
and
I only rolled
2.
an additional 2 for you.
Okay, got it. So
Well,
but
plus
also-
2 for full auto.
I'm
Oh,
aware.
yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm aware.
Oh,
I'm pushing.
You're out of ammo,
Oh right.
You rolled a stress, so you.
okay, roll,
and you need to roll a
stress it.
panic roll before you can determine.
With overkill, do I still not? Am I still not able to reload with a
You
fast
s-
action to keep
Oh.
firing?
No, well,
I'm curious. I'm literally curious. I don't know.
reloading is always a slow action. Overkill is your panic rolls. It does not impact the fact that you have to reload from that. It's only this part that matters. And
It would be an overkill though.
I think it would be, but let
Which-
me check something.
Yeah, it's a 10. So I feel like I'm asking because this would be the situation where Hammer would just unleash hell, and it says freeze, and in this case,
Reread overkill.
it doesn't say anything to me. You have to
Oh,
give me the.
Did you click on the over? If you go to your skills where it says talents, click overkill, and it should show the text. Go to skills, go to talents, click the word overkill.
Oh.
Replace the effective panic rolls of 11 or higher.
Ah, damn, 1 off.
Yep. So you are frozen in fear. You
Do I
search
not
one
shoot
round.
even
No,
or
your turn. That's it. You lose your action. You frozen fear. Gain a stress
Okay.
level. And
Okay.
Dante, you also gain a stress level.
Am I in short?
Yeah, you're in the same zone.
Yep.
Oh, I didn't know he moved.
No, he didn't
so
move.
that's-
You're both on the landing. That's one zone.
Okay.
I'm sorry. Why I should not have had 5 stress dice there. That was my mistake. But anyway, keep going.
It may have been because you're rolling stuff and moving stuff around.
It's because I added the 2 to the stress.
It's impossible to know how it would have changed.
No, I know. I'm telling myself because I'm making sure that my stress is at its accurate level now.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's all.
Okay. It gets to go. It's gonna go back up the landing. So that ended up not
Oh.
being a good thing. Move into engagement range with hammer and attack hammer. All right. It opens its outer jaws wide, and the deadly inner jaws strike like a piston. It rolled 1 hit, so it succeeds. Make an armor save. It's armor piercing. So right click your armor on your character sheet.
Do I get to block this at all?
Nope.
I didn't take a fast action, so
Nope. You don't. Xenomorph attacks don't follow the normal rules for close combat. You cannot. Actually, says specifically you cannot block a xenomorph attack.
all right.
So it is armor piercing, so tap that.
Oh,
So yeah,
I
you
can't
cannot
push
push that.
All right, I'm dead.
You are dead.
Yep.
As its inner mouth comes out, and
Thank you,
one
Captain.
critical blow, and triggering an immediate panic roll for Dante. Dante, roll a panic roll.
yay. So that's a panic roll.
I love how the bring them back alive is going to get everybody killed. It's just it's a funny.
I
Bring them
have to
back
do it.
alive. Oh,
I have to do it.
Keeping
Right.
it together.
Top of the initiative, it gets to go again. It's going to move in here and attack Silva. All right. Another dismissive slap, which is what Hammer was wishing he got right now. So
Yeah,
you take.
no, I was enjoying that. I'm a little, but whatever.
So first off, Foster, you need to make an armor roll. This is not armor piercing.
How do I do an
Juice.
armor roll?
Just click your armor on your character sheet. So
Oh,
you take
God.
1 damage. You are
I'm
knocked
rolling so
prone,
well.
and you drop all the things in your hands that you're doing. Now you did run up with the handcuffs, so I'll say that
Yeah.
you do not have your gun like in your hand. But to be fair, it'll still be a fast action to draw your gun anyway.
Yeah.
So it's not saving you anything by the fact that you don't have it in your hands.
Just throws me across the room.
Oh, that's right. Okay, that was its turn. That was one zone. No, that was 2 zones. It went to the
That was 2
landing.
zones because it went from the landing to the
Mhm.
master.
Oh no, because
Second.
it went twice because of the start of
Damn.
initiative. So it moved 1 zone.
Wish my right hand was there.
It's going to move into the same zone as Dante, onto the landing.
You don't. It doesn't have to.
Unfortunately, with the time, we do have to call it here.
All right, this fight's pretty much over, so I'll wrap things up. It'll just take a second. It only had 1 hit point left. As on Iona's turn, yeah, no. It gets shot up.
Okay.
It gets killed. Acid gets flying everywhere. I killed one of you. I'm happy.
I will say, for record, if I had done the stress dice right, if my stress level had been right, I wouldn't have frozen and I would still have shot it.
Yeah, probably.
So that's a bit accurate.
Yeah. But anyway, so you destroy it. You immediately get out onto the dropship. You check the rest of the house. You find like an escape hatch in the first floor of the house. So the rest of the insurgents, apparently there were other insurgents in the house, and they managed to get away. They were basically, as soon as you showed up, they went through this sort of tunnel and went out. You got up onto your dropship and begin to fly away. As you're doing so, there is the sound of first off, it's like a low hum and a distant kind of event, but then you begin to see signs of like vague shapes in the clouds, and rockets descending down onto the planet, and the UPP has just attacked. As sort of streams of light comes through the skies. You hear a voice coming over the comms. It is the Major's voice. It squeals to life as Charlie team, return to base. Repeat, return to base for immediate evac. And then all of a sudden it blares, and then it's nothing but static. All these booms are echoing above with bomb blasts and sonic incursions. The fort's own railgun cannon is shooting spikes, giant spikes into the clouds, but then eventually stops. You see USCMC evac fighters stream across the sky, firing on like descending UPP dropships. You all gain a point of stress.
Yay.
And before we wrap things up, I would like to go over everyone's character's agenda, and I'd like to award player points, story points to them. And Nick, even though your character died, the story points do carry over to your next character, by the way. So I'm going to save James for last because that's going to be awesome. And I'll start with you with Hammer. Hammer's agenda. What, Nick? What was Hammer's agenda?
It was you're better than all these pussy Marie. And
You
again,
did.
I will say, had I rolled my stress dice right, I would have killed the thing.
And if we were in a situation where we could like go back and redo it all, I probably would have. But time was already short. But you get a story point out of it. Mark it on your character sheet, and when we get to Act 2, and you get.
I'll remember it later.
All right, but you definitely did that. Iona, what was your Act 1 agenda?
My agenda is to play it safe, but don't let it look like you're playing it safe, so you can get back to your cushy desk job.
I'm going to give you a point because so often you're like, I don't think am I point? I don't think I should be point. And you just didn't put a point.
Bullshit. That's why I'm following.
You also were like, I don't want to deal with
That's why I'm
this.
following Captain's orders, because as soon as this mission's over, I'm back to my fucking desk job. So the
That's
captain.
right.
I will say, if you keep following the captain's orders, you're gonna die.
All right, Dante, what was your agenda?
Yeah, so I'll be honest. I'm totally fine if you don't give me this one because I played it in a weird way, which was the be professional. You want to leave the corpse looking good. This is your last time out. And I'm not gonna lie. Ever since that first session where the captain's order was bust into a bar and throw a grenade in, Dante went. The most I'm getting out of this is just following orders. So Dante followed orders the whole time, but I don't know about how good they came out looking. So I'm fine if I fail this one.
I think I'll pass on this. Not because it was great role playing, but it wasn't role playing towards the agenda, I think.
No.
And Frosty, what was yours?
Take care of your own. If the AWOL Marines are going to be put down, you are going to lead the squad that does it with respect.
You definitely get a story point for that. All right.
I submit that you should not get one for take care of your own, but that's just me.
You were actively working against her objectives, so I think.
Yeah, sure. But
Yeah.
I was watching out for all of
it.
Yeah, what's really interesting is that Silva's buddy is Hammer.
Mm-hmm.
And yet Hammer is being such an asshole to Silva.
How many people have Hammer as their buddy?
There are a couple.
The thing is that I see it as when she needs a hammer, she has a hammer. Right.
Well, not anymore, you don't.
But
all right, James, there's a lot to your character. Why don't we start with the agenda?
Yeah, I'll throw it up on the screen. Quietly eradicate any xenobiology evidence left behind the squad's back. Second, kill or cut out the AWOL. Kill or cut it out of the AWOL and eliminate any witnesses if you have to. Just play stupid and don't get caught.
I figured. That is exactly what I figured was going on.
But
yeah. Obviously.
But no, there's a little bit more to it. James, I'm going to do something for your character because I think this is very interesting. I'm going to go ahead and give you your Act 2 agenda.
Okay. Oh, hang on. I'm streaming this, so let me just take that away.
Shocking
I think we can go ahead and share this one.
Oh,
Since they already know your Act 1 agenda, I think this is just going to make because you'll just role play this out in the Act 2. Okay, I've shared your Act 2 agenda.
Where should I say? Oh, there we go. Act 2 agenda. Yeah. Okay, and we're going to share
this one. You go ahead and share this one.
Okay, let me just. Oops. I'll just have to read it out loud because I just closed it off in the stream. Never mind. Oh yes, there is more to the character. We'll get onto that in detail. The other you is gone for now. You don't know why you are acting the way you were, but you're going to prove your loyalty and make amends.
So, without getting into any spoilers, this is why I was saying there's more to this. I don't think that's too much of a spoiler because James will likely whenever we get back to this, we do Act 2. I think that character shift is going to be very evident.
Yeah.
It really is like a different personality. And beyond that, I'm not going to spoil anything more about who the other you is.
Mm-hmm.
If you live long enough, you'll find out. But congratulations, you've survived Act 1 with only one dead Marine, which is better than every other time I've run it.
What the fuck was going on with Dante? What? So terrifying.
Dante's story is still not done yet.
Ah.
And I think you haven't seen the movies. If you had seen, you don't have to see the movies. You know what's going on with Dante. But I think actually James's character can reveal to you next time we play what's going on with Dante.
I was
Boy.
really hoping to make it out of there. Like, oh man, so close.
You know what? That's on you. I wanted to shoot it. I didn't shoot it because you told me not to. So
God, ever since that first mission, I looked at that agenda and I was like, man, be professional. Okay, I can do this. And it's like we're busted and guns
can
blazing.
I? By the way,
I'm
David,
good.
I will say I would like to have the juice because I would like a character who's just gonna give the captain and all the shit when she's like, bring them back alive. It's like, fuck you.
You mean Jujuski? Yeah, the juice. Is that what you're calling him? I like it.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's the juice.
Totally. Done.
All right.
In fact, I'll give it to you now.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna take the juice. I feel like the juice has this accent now. Just
All right. So thank you everyone for watching. Thank you for tuning in tonight, and hopefully we will see you again tomorrow. Please remember to like and follow. Check us out on
Tomorrow?
YouTube.
what's happening tomorrow?
Or not tomorrow. Next week. I
Next
tried to-
week.
I know.
Tomorrow.
We'll be back to Indara next week.
We will be back to Indara next week.
He says the obvious shit.
It's been a long night. But thank you everyone for hanging with us again. Link is in the chat. Start playing .games/GM/Andromeda if you want to check out any of the current games going on for Andromeda Adventures that your GM Frosty will be running. We'd love to see you there. And we've been uploading all of our episodes to YouTube. Thank you, James, for all of the work you've done on that. And stay tuned for Star Trek Adventures. David, thank you so much for this little short mini vacation from Indara.
Anytime.
And we'll be keeping this kind of in our back pocket for if we have some absences coming up. Stay tuned. There may be a few announcements coming up. I don't want to give too much away, but also we'll be working with Mythical Family here soon on Star Trek Adventures. And we've been doing a lot of production. I can't wait to share it all with you. We're getting a wiki set up and everything. It's going to be great. And hope to see you there. Thank you so much and have a wonderful night.
Bye, y'all.
Bye.
Everyone, good night. Night.